Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike. T-Roy is here. What up, T?
Howdy.
How you doing, pal?
I'm all right.
Hanging in there?
I'm all
better
right.
than yesterday?
Yeah, I feel better.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm marginally better, too.
Okay.
I still don't think we should have that foot race we talked
We're
about.
on the upswing.
Maybe. I went to PT today, and this chick just fucking... She's got brass knuckles or something. Like literally a metal thing, and she's just grinding shit all through my back.
Gotta get down in there.
Oh.
For the record, I'd fucking own you.
What, in a race?
Yeah.
I mean, I think for one,
You didn't own me on the tennis court, sir.
What the hell's that got to do with running?
It was
Yeah.
running back and forth.
It wasn't a conditioning or a speed issue. It was that I haven't played tennis in fucking years.
in
Your
general,
mom was beating your ass out west for a fucking year.
I would say that
That's a fair point.
Troy, too, like, to me,
He's got a longer stride. It's not a fair
longer
fight.
stride. There's more of a...
One of 'em.
He would not lose. He would just not want you to lose. I think his will to win would be much higher than yours.
You think if he had to fucking crawl over the finish line to beat me, he would?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think I have the will to win? It's fair. I don't have the will to live.
Yeah,
I would have the will to
I
win.
think there was a time when you definitely did. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think when it came to that, you would not push your body to a point past the
You know what
point.
sucks, dude? I was never fast.
We would both
Yeah.
blow a hammy right off the line.
That's
Right,
probably,
ready,
by the way,
set, go.
could be
Oh.
true. To be honest, with
Troy
you,
was
but-
always the biggest kid, so he's a tight end type.
Yeah.
So, they're not, wide receiver bursts of speed, but I'm a small dude.
Yeah.
And so back when I was in shape, back in the day,
Yeah.
I
Soccer,
still...
you could run for days.
Yeah. But I was not a blazer on the field like DeZingle or, Merck.
No, some
You're built for comfort, not speed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When this heals up, though, we're going to have that race in the front yard.
I can't wait for
Heels
that.
up? What the hell are you talking about?
First
That's the
one to
whole
break a
point.
bone.
Yeah,
wins.
this is the reason to do it right now.
Exactly. Oh, so when you're 100% and I'm still limping around, then we get to have the race?
I mean,
dude,
to be fair, he still might win. But.
Fuck off, Jesus. I just do that it looked like I was in a potato sack race. Like just fucking going along.
That's how I look. I look like I'm half a three-legged race right now. That's how I get around.
I can't figure out how these, this girl I've seen, this is like the fourth time I've seen her now. Her name's Alex. 5'3", $105, soaking wet, right? Tiny little thing.
Spinner, if you will.
Spinner, if you will. Yeah.
To the lay person.
Yeah. I just found out she's unfianced.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But, dude, what she does with her hands, it's like, are you going through my skin? I think you're penetrating the skin right now.
Yeah.
Like you're breaking through the skin and getting into shit I didn't know existed.
It's all pressure points, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very
you
good.
can go really hard on nothing and it means nothing, and you can go kind of there,
Right
and
there.
it'll buckle you.
Yeah, paralysis.
Right.
That cackle you heard over there was Isis. He's here again today. Hello, Isis. How are you?
Great.
Yeah.
So great.
You want to race, T-Roy?
No.
I mean, yeah.
right?
I don't know, man.
I didn't break my legs. I broke my shoulder. Like,
I've seen him in competition before.
Yeah.
He's the classic fail.
I can see
when
that.
the pressure's the hottest.
But-
Dude, you lost a
This is
hot
just
dog
running.
eating contest to Sweet Pea.
yeah.
Sweet pie.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Hot dog eating contest with 50 people. She ate 2 hot dogs and he ate 1.
I was in a
be
real
shitting me.
bad way that day. I don't know what it was.
You ate one hot dog.
I don't
He
even think
ate
I
one.
ate a hot dog.
That's not even.
might have
That's not
thrown
even
up, too.
That's not even a bad way.
It was a crazy... I looking
He
back
lost
on
to a
it,
6-year-old, Troy.
Oof.
I don't know what happened.
And
I
was
kinda-
talking shit beforehand.
Well, I mean, of course.
Yeah. And lost to a fucking all
Joey-
40
Joey
pounds
Chestnut
of her.
is sad. for you
All
today.
40,
I mean, the
all 40
reality-
pounds of her put down 2 hot dogs.
Something happened. I mean, that was whatever. I mean, I've eaten a lot of hot dogs in my life. I mean, I've sat down and ate 4 at once before.
It was the
or 4
pressure.
or
It was
5
the
at
moment.
once.
Yeah.
The moment
Yeah,
was too big for you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I got really. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. Bombing on a sweater.
You didn't know
Bomb
about
spaghetti.
that, T?
No, I did not.
Yeah. It was the best thing that could have happened.
I mean,
honestly,
see-
it was
Yeah,
the
that
greatest
is-
thing that
Maybe
could have
it
happened.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, did you throw
Maybe
it on
that's
purpose?
maybe that's the
Maybe I know.
genius
Maybe
of
I know
Jesus.
what's so funny. What's funny and what's not funny.
Right. Of course, he wins.
I would say
There's
this. I
no
didn't
story
try
there.
to, but it is much more funny that she won than me. That she beat me.
It was.
Although I was in a bad way that day. So
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
even Michael Jordan misses a shot or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Compare yourself to Jordan more. Good. Good move.
I see it. I see the correlation for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't win them all.
exactly.
It's Amazon Prime Day.
It is.
So this is a good opportunity. I hope people are
I
taking
love
advantage.
Transformers, man. Fucking, that was a great show.
Amazon Prime. Oh, yeah. Was that
Yeah,
his name?
wasn't that the Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime. Yeah, I got it. A little slow on the take. Go to radiofor1.com, click on the Amazon link, or Amazon Canada. I want people using the Amazon Canada because
Only
a lot
if
of
you're
you,
in Canada, though.
yeah, only if you're in Canada. But a lot
Might
of
be
people
weird if
bitched
you're
to
not.
us. You know, they wanted that thing up. It wasn't up, and so now that we have it there,
You're up,
hope to
Canucks.
yes, our wonderful neighbors to the north. Yeah, so please.
Your move, eh?
Yes, exactly. You count as half Canadian.
I
too,
do.
so
See, I can use either.
yep. Also sign up for our Patreon page while you're there. Become a member. We'll drop some new content soon. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. This has been a nightmare with the back. Not to make excuses, but just coming down here is a chore. So during the best we can with limited resources and time at the moment. So please bear with us. Right before we came down here, the Uvalde shooting video leaked.
The security cam.
Yeah.
The school.
Yeah, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. I watched it. They black out like this 2 minutes and
The
30
heads
seconds.
exploding and things like that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
they didn't even have the school shot. It was just like a black screen, and like at this point, for the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the shooter is going off, and
Yeah.
it sounds to me like
They just black it out, or they keep the audio going.
audio's going. You can hear the bursts.
Yeah.
You can't really hear kids screaming or whatnot, but you see in the
Well, not anymore.
I'm gonna do this again. Really?
You
Come
could hear him
on,
before in the beginning of that.
No, you couldn't. He went down a hall and down another way, so it wasn't like the camera angle was like he walked right in that first door.
Yeah.
But it's just eerie. The cam outside picks his truck up, flying down the street and crashing, and then a couple guys walking over to help him.
Oh yeah,
Thinks
does
he's
it show that part?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then him shooting and them running off.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then he comes into the school. Meanwhile, the teacher's on the call with 911 already.
Yeah.
Going, he's got a gun. Children are running. And she's like, get in your rooms. Get in your rooms. And then it's like the
Smart
hallway's
fish
clear.
in a barrel. That's what we
Yeah,
should do.
right?
Yeah. Don't fucking escape.
Yeah. So he comes in and they've got an angle down the hallway and like a horror movie.
Yeah.
You see this guy come in and he's got this gun on him. It sounds to me, and maybe our listeners would know better than I, it sounds to me like that's full auto.
Yeah.
The bursts, the brrr, 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 brrr. And I know those things can fire as fast as you can pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But you and I have recently shot one of those types of guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that simple to just brrr, to blast off like that.
No,
it's
well-
a powerful ass gun.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like we didn't do that at all. Not that we were trying.
We weren't allowed to.
Yeah, true.
We had to wait in between shots. Little Ranger Rick over there got a little testy with us.
Yeah.
Crack Brothers.
boy.
Yeah.
Checked him.
Yeah, they were great. Like, oh boy, here he comes. Ranger Rick's here again. Jesus Christ. All right, watch this, guys. I'm gonna get us kicked out of here.
Yeah. The turn around. What?
Oh yeah, the rapid burst thing.
My bad.
Why
My
does
bad.
it matter at the
Sorry,
range?
Ranger.
I don't know.
I mean, honestly,
It's
but
just
I'm not
their
trying to be a
rules.
smart ass.
I don't know if they're
Yeah.
different.
Technically,
at
what's the
different
difference?
It was
It
my
was-
first time at a range, so
Like, if
don't
you're
ask me shit.
Going
Yeah.
to do something nefarious would it matter? You're going to do it anyway. So what does it matter if you just shoot?
Well, the first place we went, the place you went to when Jay and I went,
Yeah.
that was a totally different range, and I don't think they had a problem at all because they had like
No.
courses set up where you could, they had like wooden bad guys,
Yeah.
and it was just like bang, 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 bang. You want to take them out as fast as you can. Open fields for hundreds of yards
Yeah.
with targets, and there was no one there. No one said a damn word. We didn't see anyone. There was no whistle to stop and
Right.
all that. So this was a totally different thing.
Yeah,
we
that was
went
probably
to.
more private. This was like
But still,
this was out
Right.
like Kensington. This was Proud Lake. This was
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
park,
but
county park.
Still, I don't really technically understand what the difference would be.
Yeah, if someone wants to go mental and just go off,
Like, that's going to be the ending. Oh, well, I know I can't shoot multiple times in a row. So,
Right.
guys, what, you're going to turn around and be like, well, safety, one.
Yeah.
I
Want this
mean,
badass gun that can just spray for days, but I don't know. I haven't been able to try it out yet.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a totally different experience. But the point is, those things
wow,
are
right up by Proud Lake, by the way. Not a call.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise, 15
You weren't in
minutes.
town, dummy.
I don't
You were
care.
on the road.
I don't even care. I just say.
You were so scared of guns. You pulled the trigger once on a 9mm
I
and
know.
fucking
No, I know.
almost shit yourself.
I know, I wouldn't do it. But
Yeah.
I just had to say it since I'm
All right.
here. And you're saying where you went. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point being, pulling the trigger rapidly on those things is not as simple as it sounds. You know what I mean?
Like the paintball guns.
Yeah, right.
You can just pop those off.
So I don't know what this kid had, a bump stock or whatever, but it's like a 10-minute video, 8-minute video that's out there now. But it encapsulates the hour and 40 minutes or whatever. So the time keeps jumping. Like, we're now 30 minutes into this ordeal. Yeah. We're now 48 minutes into this ordeal. And there are so many cops in there, body armor, shields, all long guns.
Yep.
Like, every badass department within 100 miles is in that school then.
And still going on for that amount of time.
Then finally at the 77-minute mark, they all like rush down the hallway, kick open a door, and boom, 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 they just light the guy up.
What was the story with the what was he? The Border Patrol guy that was getting his hair cut that came in with a shotgun and had the bullet through his hat. Was that in the video? What happened there? I thought he was the one that took the guy out, I thought.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. That was the initial story. Like, that was the guy.
What is that? Like, his wife?
His wife and his kid both were there. She texted him. He was getting his hair cut.
Yeah.
Oh, he grabbed the barber's shotgun.
And was like, "You got a gun?" Because it was too far to go home.
Yeah.
And then go there. And Sparrow was like, "Yeah, jump, like, fuck, let's go," with his shotgun.
Yeah.
Texas is fuck.
Yeah.
And they went down. And I remember seeing an interview with him saying, that
we saw the pictures too of that hat.
Yeah, hole through the hat, and then saying that people knew him because he lived in Uvalde, from Uvalde. He was a border patrol. His wife worked at the school. His daughter went to the school, so he knew all the cops. He knew you know what I mean. People knew who he was.
Sure.
That was what we were talking about when a random parent was trying to go in there and get their kid. Like, okay, well, this is a cop, as opposed to a Karen, running in there.
Yeah. They wouldn't have stopped you, T. I'm telling you.
No, they would.
They wouldn't have.
They had to probably shoot me. So,
yeah.
But I'm just curious.
That's one of those situations where it's like, okay, then you're just going to have to shoot me. Mm-hmm. If you think I'm the problem in this situation, you pussies are standing out here.
But that's
not
what makes
doing
me
anything.
wonder, because there was so many conflicting stories when that came out.
Yeah.
Of how it went down and the timeline of everything and how it actually happened. Mm-hmm. So having video of it, I'd like to know if that was true or what. You see this guy come busting down the hall with a shotgun, shit like that.
Yeah.
If it was all the cops that kicked in the door and shot the guy, then it sounds like that story was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, he could have been front guy in the door pulling the trigger and, took one grazed.
Maybe.
One thing this reveals quite clearly, though, to me is, and I think we're so conditioned, being the country we are, to seeing movies. Mm-hmm. And just like, bad guy does something bad, hero comes in and saves the day against all better judgment. Right. Like, we see that movie 8 million times. We've all seen it. Yeah. Name it. It's every hero story arc in a movie. Of course. Is that thing. And so when you see it go down in real life and you see these guys not doing that, and it's like, this isn't how the movie's supposed to play out.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah. And so, I hate looking at 50 cops and calling them cowards. I have the utmost respect for law enforcement. Yeah. As you know. I don't know if that's a small town police department type thing, but when you're getting SWAT in there and all those kinds of guys.
So I said, the timeline was always questionable to me. The only way I could justify that going down was if they got in there, he had already done a bunch of shooting, and then when they got in there weren't any more shots going off. And so they were trying to negotiate, and there was now that lays that whole thing to rest. Yeah. So
I think at one point there were quite a few cops in the hallway. I'm trying to remember the timeline exactly, standing around, kind of, holding their shit, but not doing anything. And then one of the things pops up and it's like, goo, 4 more shots fired by suspect. Oh. And it was another 45 minutes before they did anything. So,
good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
It's just,
Who's
does it make it worse, T, in this situation? Like, say this went down at a mall, right? And the cops ran in and there was some guy running loose in the mall and they froze up there, didn't know where, they're hearing echoes of gunfire. They don't know exactly where it is. Something about it being 10-year-olds. Yeah. Makes it like, dude, you gotta run through there. I don't give a shit if you take one in the face. You just have to.
Exactly. Right.
Like, if you've ever been around kids, and most people listening have, you just know how innocent 9, 10, 11-year-olds are.
they're the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because they can't defend themselves on any level.
No.
On any level.
No.
So when you talk about a mall, not that that's any better necessarily.
It's a shit example, I know.
No, I know, but at least I mean, there's it's you don't know for sure who's there. Could be kids, could be old ladies, could be grown ass men, could be a retired cop that's gonna fucking take the dude out.
Yeah.
But at a school, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Either way, it's they're victims either way, basically.
Yeah. And those kids are going to be screwed up for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Think about an incident that really embarrassed you at school or
Jesus. You want to take this one?
I have plenty of documented examples on the show. I don't think that I need to give another one.
but like so many things that bothered me, like that I thought were going to define my life as a kid. You know, you did something, you made an error in an inopportune time in a game.
Missed the game-winning free throw, things like that.
Yeah, you said something really stupid in front of a girl you had a crush on. Yeah. And I
did the old scoot the chair and fart and mistimed it. Everybody looks at you.
Not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
Those memories still can pop into my head. And it's like, I can feel that embarrassment or that awkwardness of those years still to this day. And so, you know, when Aaron Poyle got hurt, you know what I mean? Like, dreadful, horrifying. It was horrible. A friend of ours we knew personally, you know, paralyzed from the waist down in a car accident. It's like, that was so shocking to us as students.
Right.
Where now we have a fuller grasp of life. We've lived more. And, you know, it just...
They're on their way to my house.
I know. They dropped me off.
Dropped you off and on their way to my house. It was crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, just the timing of that when you think about it.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
And we lived a mile away.
Really?
Yeah. It was crazy. So,
halfway
well, they
between
say
my house and his.
how many accidents happen within a mile of the house? Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't their houses. It was ours.
Gotcha. Well, nonetheless, someone's house.
But the point being, I did have a point that those, when you look back at the things that haunted us, not that Aaron Poyle's wasn't horrible, that's the worst.
Yeah.
But the dumb little things that can trigger and pop in your head so many years later still happen to me today. Of like, oh my God, what a fucking idiot I was that day. I got drunk and said this to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do these kids ever close their How do you ever close your eyes and not see that face, that gun?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The only ones that have a shot are, well, ironic. The ones that weren't in that classroom, you know, probably have a shot. The ones that are, doesn't matter really anyway, but the ones that didn't see, I mean, you hear it, you know, it's traumatic. You don't really know, you don't understand. But
and how loud it is.
If you didn't like see the dead body, if you didn't see your friend, if you didn't see it, you know, if you just were in it and it was crazy and there was gunshots, you know, I remember there was a time, one that sticks out when you're talking like that was I was a kid, was young, and we were in Baltimore, I think. Anyway, we were eating at some nice restaurant down like on the docks or on the water in the whatever.
Yeah.
And there was somebody got kicked out of the bar. Like I was young, so I don't really know what was going on, but there was a whole like scuffle going on in the bar and like a little bar fight or something, and then somebody got thrown out, but we were in the restaurant, so it wasn't right there or whatever. So you gotta understand this restaurant was all glass, you know, because it was on the water.
Yeah.
Well, they came back and started shooting. Somebody did, and they came back through and they just started shooting through. And I remember hearing it, and I remember seeing these because they were giant panes of glass. I remember seeing the glass like shattering, you know, and just falling down. And it was just fucking. I mean, Dom was just like, let's go, and picked me and my dog and my sister up and just
grabs you
gone.
and Alicia. And,
yep.
Yeah.
I remember we got to my car and my sister said, "You didn't pay the bill." Luckily, we were just about done, so it worked out okay. It worked out good for us.
Silver lining. Love it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. You got a free meal out of it?
We got it there. But that's one of those things where, like, it's just the visual. Like, it'll just pop in, and you hear, like, glass break or something along those lines, and it just kind of triggers you into that. And so, even that, like, I didn't really see anything. I just...
Yeah.
But...
I remember I was I was in California. I was probably 9 with my family, and the grandparents were like, let's go to Alcatraz Island.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm probably 9, 10 years old, and it's raining, and so we've got like fucking rain gear on, and we get this boat tour, and go in. We're bored. We're kids, you know, not understanding the gravity of it.
Yeah.
And so the boat ride back to the city, there was another, there's like a Mexican kid there, and he's fucking young. You know, he's a foot shorter than me. And for whatever reason, I was fucking with him.
Yeah.
I'm just like poking him in the arm and just poking him. And he was
Lord,
fine. He was
racist at an early age.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
It started
It had
very
nothing
young
to do with
this
it. But
one.
my brother and I were
Oh
laughing.
yeah, nothing to do with it.
Well, you're the one who mentioned he was Mexican. You didn't have to mention he was
Yeah,
Mexican.
I just have a vivid detail. I'm remembering the memory. And so I'm poking him, and G's laughing, and I'm laughing, this and that. And the kid fucking stops and just goes, boom, and punches me right in the stomach.
Smart. Yeah.
And I was like, oh. My dad saw it. I was horrified because I deserved it.
Damn right.
But I didn't expect it, and I didn't react well. I didn't cry, but I was just like,
It's a good shot. Catch your breath.
it's like,
You remember your dad's reaction to this in general?
like, really, you gonna take that, you little pussy?
Well, no, I would
So-
think he would be like, yeah, you got what you fucking deserve.
He probably did. I don't remember. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't remember.
He probably didn't
but
know that you were poking the kid.
No,
He
probably
thinks
not.
this kid just punched you, and then Bob's gonna pop up. Did you just hit my son?
But it was like shameful, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like white as a ghost.
You
like,
got caught.
oh god, oh god.
You were just poking him?
Yeah, and he hauled off and socked me right
Yeah.
in the gut.
Like,
There you go.
like
Yeah.
why?
Some people.
Why
would
was
say
I
that-
poking him, or why did he
Yeah.
punch me?
I think
Yeah.
Mike fucked around and found out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
This
guess,
is my
man.
first edition of fuck around and find
exactly.
out. It's the first time I played the game.
That's interesting.
I didn't like it, but my reaction wasn't like to pound the kid. It was
Yeah.
just like, I'd
yeah.
rather get out of this situation fast. You know, one of those.
Yeah, that's about what you should have done there. Good,
Yeah.
good job, Jose.
Last time, well, so we're getting some interesting news. I thought we would have heard by now about Jose Alba,
Oh yeah.
the bodega owner.
I'm
or
sorry. The
worker-
what? How did Dr. Jill pronounce
Oh,
it?
Bogetta?
Bogetta.
Bogetta?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Clearly, we have it wrong because she is a doctor of
Right, for
education.
sure.
Yeah, she.
So
you
she
know what?
said, Bogetta.
Why don't we start with
Oh,
that one?
all right.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't know where to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you.
I
can
just
even
want to make sure
find
we
it
were
if you-
pronouncing it right because clearly she's way smarter than any of us.
Yes, and this is bullshit too. She's issued an apology
Oh, damn it.
over this.
Oh, of course.
She apologized for comparing Hispanic Americans to tacos, convenience stores, and flowers. Oh, doctor. See, this is all right. If I'm being totally honest, this is kind of a not story.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It is.
But,
It's
but
just,
the pile-ons
it's
that
a
go
bit
on.
tone deaf is what it is.
Yeah, it's as.
Who wrote that? It says.
Oh, you
this-
mean
here
the,
you
the
go. Go
previous speechwriter for Jill Biden,
Yeah,
the
right.
great doctor?
Here you go. Go read this in San Antonio. Let me know
Yeah.
how this goes over.
Is it as bad as Trump's taco bowl tweet?
Oh,
When he said Trump Tower had the best taco bowls on planet Earth or whatever, and he's got a picture of him at his desk with a giant taco bowl and like 4 boxes of Adderall behind him. Oh, so is it worse than that? Because his is a little tone deaf too.
yeah, a bit. Yes.
He, this is. Why would you even go to this event? Latinx.
Yeah. Well, considering that of what's going on with this situation, I think you better pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, they
And
spelled.
that could just be it could have come across the prompter wrong. It could have been just a Freudian slip,
Yeah.
if you will.
No, didn't come across a problem.
Bogota.
Didn't
Thinking of Colombia. Bogota, Colombia.
this adds more credibility to Hunter Biden calling her a vindictive moron that she couldn't even sit through a class in an Ivy League school.
Yeah.
Like she's that dumb and a shit grammar school teacher.
Yeah.
He said he was high as balls on crack.
Sure.
He was high as giraffe
That
pussy
doesn't change the
at
facts.
that point.
That doesn't change the facts.
No, but that's what he. So they're at the Latinx Inclusion INCLUXION luncheon. That the diversity of the Hispanic community was. Yeah. Well, why don't we play?
Yeah,
it?
let's
We
see.
have it.
Take it away, doctor.
I'm assuming this is right up here.
Should be.
Raul helped build this organization with the understanding that the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as
Bogotas.
beautiful as the blossoms of Miami,
Right.
as
Just the timing of
distinct
this.
as the
Pause
Bogotas of the
Okay, sorry.
But just the timing of that. After what happened in
the
the
bodega?
in the bodega in the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to compare. What was the term?
Yeah. What did
of
she
the-
say as important?
Is the
I
is,
honestly,
is-
Back it up.
I
Back
was
it up.
just
He's
listening for her to freaking say that.
Bogetta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
sure.
really just listening for that. So here.
No. Listen, the whole thing is fucked.
Yeah.
It's not just the mispronunciation of that
I
word.
didn't even realize that, honestly.
With the understanding that the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
As unique as the breakfast
Do you
tacos.
think the speechwriter was backstage like, oh, I can't believe she fucking read that.
Right?
She seriously read that.
You think that was like the,
dude.
I'm quitting anyway,
Yeah.
so let's just slide this in?
Yeah. That speech wrapped up with,
mean,
as diverse as the tacos in San Antonio. P.S. Fuck you, cunt. I quit.
Jesus. Oh, right. Especially coming after Joe pulling his best Ron Burgundy.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What is happening right now? It's the bizarro world.
It's bizarre. It's beyond bizarro.
It
world.
is.
It's crazy.
And like I said, there's nothing wrong with what she said. It's fucking stupid. And it's tone deaf and insensitive as hell. Why are you comparing Latinos to fucking tacos?
No, she's trying to say
they're unique.
They're as distinct and beautiful and unique. That's like...
yeah, but why
most of us don't have to go say that.
No,
like, we just
I
recognize
know.
them as people.
Yeah, and just say that. Stop comparing them to shit. Like where a dude just got stabbed to death.
Yeah, of all things you could pick on planet Earth
I know.
to reference.
A Bogota in the Bronx.
A Bogota in the Bronx.
The fuck? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. A Japanese tree blossoming in the spring. Like, that would have been fine, right? A blossoming Japanese tree in the spring. But
As powerful as Hiroshima. This idiot, man.
with the thunderous power of the Twin Towers falling in New York City. That's how powerful you are.
You know the reality,
The unity
by the way,
of the clan.
is that all these
The stick-to-itiveness of the right-to-life folks. 50 years. That's the kind of stick-to-itiveness you have.
You do realize, like, in reality, we're just seeing all this stuff now, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if we had film from the 40s and 30s of politicians.
Oh, the N-bombs that were
and
being
what they would be
dropped.
saying
Well,
and stuff.
I mean, yeah.
It is just kind of.
But we have it for the last 50, 60 years.
No, I know, I know.
So,
It is just
okay,
kind
before that, yeah, there were slaves and shit. We're not talking about that.
No, I don't mean it like
We're getting
that.
into,
but
like, more civilized times.
I get it. It'd just be funny to hear some of those
I'm
speeches.
sure,
Like,
yeah.
imagine some of those fucking speeches.
Right.
The National Association of Hispanic Journalists, the NAHJ, which pointedly told Biden in a tweet, "We are not tacos." Yeah. Okay. The First Lady issued an apology via Twitter.
Besides, tacos aren't unique. They all have like the same fucking 5 ingredients. That's it. Tacos, burritos, enchiladas.
Their whole menu is the same.
Exactly.
Like the
Well,
most.
I mean, that's.
Hold on. The most ununique thing is Mexican food.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
dude.
the most delicious food on planet Earth. It's my favorite, but it's the same fucking 10 ingredients.
But it's not unique.
I think
It's not unique.
Dude, Italian food, noodles, sauce, and different variations
Great.
of.
I'm not ragging on it. Quit trying to make me out to be racist, Isis. I'm just saying it's refried beans, rice, a meat,
cheese,
and a fucking
tortilla.
shell. That's it. All of them.
What is fish food? I mean, all seafood is the same. I mean, it's just
Disgusting.
like-
Yes, I agree with
I
you,
mean, it's
Jesus.
all. I get
It's
it.
delicious.
I don't know. What would be an example of
I'm trying to
a
think. I was trying
very
to-
French cuisine.
like, would American cuisine be
What is American? Honestly,
hot dogs?
And what we
Hot
stole
dogs
from
and
everybody else.
hamburgers.
Hamburgers and hot dogs. You know?
That's it. Tater salad.
No, you're. I think the thing is, it's because it's a genre. You are right though. Obviously, Mexican food is all beans, rice, and cheese. I mean,
Yeah,
and
and it's a
tortillas.
great call on
They
their
do a lot
part.
It's a
with
great.
it.
They
yeah,
nailed
it's a great
it.
combination.
They nailed
Right.
it.
I'm just not saying. I don't think unique.
Yeah.
Would be the.
Unique
Yeah.
when you're talking about specifically breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that means there's a little egg in there,
Chorizo.
and then
Right.
chorizo, or whatever hot sauce you put on there could make it unique.
God, a good breakfast taco is badass though.
I
is.
don't
Not
think I've
done
ever
that
had
well.
a breakfast taco.
Oh my lord,
Is it hard shell?
no, soft.
Thinking like breakfast burrito.
Burrito?
Oh, a breakfast burrito. Sorry.
Yeah.
See?
See?
Well, even you're getting confused. E. That's how
Well-
unique they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
need to go-
burrito, taco, same fucking thing. One's just folded over more. It's the same shit.
You need some culture in your life. He's just, why don't you go visit a bodega
I'll say this.
in the Bronx and culture yourself?
Hard tacos are bullshit. And
hard tacos rule. That's fighting words, dude. And I'm not just going to poke you this time.
They're stupid. They crunch and they fall apart and they're not. Hard tacos are bullshit.
Fight. Here's the thing. I was 13 years old. I was 13 years old, living in Livonia, and we went to Taco Bell in the afternoon for like lunch. And I got my very first soft taco.
Right, which are awesome.
And I came home and puked like the scene in Stand By Me with the blueberry pie eating contest for 13
Barfarama,
hours.
right?
For like 13 hours straight. Nonstop. So I haven't touched a fucking soft taco since.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Well, I'm just telling you. It took me years to go back and get a hard shell taco, but the soft ones, I just...
Yeah.
Let's touch the salmonella or something you got going
on.
I freaking hate hard shell tacos. Are
what
such
is
a
it?
waste.
What is it when they put the poopy in there when you get there?
The poop.
Oh, yeah.
What's that one? What do you get from the poop?
It's not listeria.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's had it there.
Yeah, Roosevelt's had a touch of it. Yep, no doubt. Rest in
Then
peace.
Chipotle had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chipotle had it for
Why are we
sure.
brain farting on this?
And we always fuck it up. Which restaurant is it? Chipotle or...
That had it?
It was
Yeah,
definitely.
it was
that was
Chipotle.
Chipotle. It was always.
What was the
Chipotle.
other Mexican place?
Qdoba.
I always got it confused.
Which one
is
had
weird,
it?
by the way.
That's why I call it Chipotle.
Because I've never gone to
Take that
Chipotle.
right out.
I've never gone to Chipotle ever. I only go to
Qdoba's got the
Qdoba.
queso.
Is that what it is?
Queso's great.
So
that's
good.
what it is.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so good.
What the hell is that? What do you get from the poop?
Salmonella?
No.
Hep?
Yeah,
you can get
maybe.
hep.
Honestly, I think.
No.
But that's not it. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Wasn't it in the salad at Roosevelt's?
I thought some or in the soup, perhaps.
I thought it was a salad.
Perhaps. I don't know. I didn't eat there.
Yeah.
Thankfully. I survived.
Derek and I went in there one day and just...
A few diseases that can spread through fecal matter are hepatitis A, hepatitis E. Oh, you know what? What is this? I can't pronounce.
Spell it.
Come on, you got this, E.
Come on, dude.
You got this, E.
God. Cholera?
C-H-O-L-E-R-A?
E-R-A?
Yeah.
Cholera?
That's not it.
That's
not
how
what
you
we were
pronounce
talking
it?
about. No. I mean, that's, but that's not what we're
Okay,
talking
and then the other one I've never...
about. So it must have been hep.
Oh,
Yeah.
E. coli.
E. coli.
There we go. That's like the fifth listed thing on here.
I know, but
it's
that's
like
what I
that-
was thinking of.
Yeah. Surprised with all the shit you've eaten over the years, E, you haven't gotten E. coli. You've eaten
lucky
rat
rat.
shit,
Yeah.
or no, rabbit shit, horse shit, dog shit. Have you eaten dog shit?
No, I think just a rabbit. I
you
mean, I
seen-
snorted bird shit once, I guess.
You
but-
snorted bird shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you sampled the people poop?
No, I've never.
Never,
As
just
far
a
as I
little-
know. I
just
mean,
a
I eat
little.
hot dogs though and stuff, so
Fair.
That's
probably
gonna
have.
be more munch shit.
You've eaten at Chipotle, so who knows?
No, I eat at Qdoba.
I want to ask you guys if this counts as an apology.
From Dr. Jill?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no before reading it. I'm gonna prejudge and say no, but I'm gonna listen.
Yeah, because it's not.
There's no way she does. I haven't even heard it or
Right.
listened to it. There's
The
no
first
way.
lady
She
apologizes.
didn't write the speech. She certainly didn't write the apology.
The first lady apologizes that her words conveyed anything but
Oh, there
pure
you go.
admiration
Third person?
and love
It's not
for,
even
the,
her. It's- yeah.
for the Latino community. Michael LaRosa, press secretary to the first lady, tweeted. That's bullshit.
That's her
the
apology?
yeah.
Fuck no. Can you imagine?
That doesn't count, right?
No.
It's like saying, I'm sorry you got offended.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry you couldn't handle that.
That's a mistake apology.
It is a mistake apology.
Maybe not
That's
even.
worse. Remember how much shit they gave Trump when every time they wanted him to denounce something?
I hate-
And then he would denounce it, and then every interview after they wanted to get it to have him denounce it again.
Yeah.
And his press secretary made her denounce it. And he's like, she would be up there every day going, he denounced it yesterday morning,
Yeah.
in the strongest of terms. Why? What are we doing? She gets off with this, and everyone's like, man, well, cool, whatever.
No,
I
that's
guess her,
ridiculous.
her
That's
press secretary wrote
absurd.
that.
Yeah.
She couldn't be bothered to tweet something herself.
No, of course
Do
not.
a quick video going, hey, if this was, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry if I was blind on this.
At least have some balls to throw your fucking speechwriter under the bus.
Yeah.
You know what? I apologize. I was running late. I didn't get a chance to read the speech beforehand.
Yeah.
This
Right.
idiot put those words on a fucking prompter in front of me.
He Ron
It
Burgundy.
will never happen again, I assure you.
You know, yeah. It's called Ron Burgundying someone. He did it to me.
Yep.
I feel like a fool. He got me.
You got me.
I'd have so much
horse shit, dude. The
that
more
apology.
I think about it,
Yes.
That is horse shit. I don't even give a fuck. I don't think she needed to apologize.
It's not even I'm sorry you got offended.
Yeah,
the first lady is offended. Is a sorry you got offended.
Yeah.
Read it one more time.
The First Lady apologizes that her words conveyed anything but pure admiration and love for the Latino community.
See, it doesn't even reference, like, looking back on it, this could have been kind of insensitive. Like, it just,
I in no way intended to compare you people to tacos.
It's not even her, and I don't even think it's a good apology anyway.
I will take the devil's advocate side on this. Well, it's because you're talking to the Latina crowd, right? Latinx, excuse me. Latinx.
2% of them like
Latinx,
that, by the way.
yeah.
2%.
Well,
it's not
tacos
popular.
are their food. It's not like saying it's some dirty tamale shit or whatever. Like so using their like saying the Italians are like a fine minestrone,
pizza pie,
right or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not. So I can see it not being. It's not used in a degrading term, but it is a bit. It didn't come off.
I don't even give a fuck about that.
The breakfast tacos is the part of it that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
The breakfast tacos. Did she eat like an amazing breakfast taco that day?
I don't know.
Are
In
there
San
breakfast
Antonio.
tacos?
But you said there was.
I was thinking breakfast burrito.
Listen, yes, I promise you.
Specific.
Listen,
Google San Antonio breakfast tacos.
I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, there is, because you take a breakfast burrito and you take it and then just open it up like this.
Yeah.
And then now that becomes a taco.
Well, I mean,
Just like that. Easy peasy.
Just a breakfast
See if there's
If you
like
roll it
a
up real tighter, it becomes a breakfast enchilada. Put a
Okay.
little sauce on there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess,
You flatten it out and put another
could
one on
just
top
be
of it. It
burritos.
becomes a breakfast
just-
tostada.
See, they are hard shell. They're the fried shell,
Not all of them. Not
I
all of
but
them.
a lot of them are.
One is.
I can't imagine.
One is
one in the
top
middle,
right.
the one all the way to the right.
Nope.
What about the
breakfast?
second?
I put breakfast, but I don't know if they all look breakfast. Like
You spelled everything right there, Isis. That's
Well,
remarkable.
Google probably fixed it, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
like that doesn't look like a breakfast taco. That one to me.
So there's eggs in
Depends
it.
on what's in there.
Yeah, that's bacon and
Okay.
cilantro, limes.
Avocado, superfood.
These are way
Shoot, yeah.
grosser than the Taco Bell version of Mexican breakfast.
Oh, now that's more insulting than anything Joe Biden just said.
Well, he just apologizes for his words.
The NAHJ, so the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, encouraged Dr. Biden and her speechwriting team to take the time in the future to better understand the complexities of our people and our communities.
She won't be taking that time.
Our heritage as Latinos is shaped by various diasporas, cultures, and food traditions. Do not reduce us to stereotypes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a taco is your food.
Yeah, like that's.
it's not really
Is that a bad
stereotype.
stereotype?
No. No.
If you went that fucking taco eater,
Yeah.
you know Pablo, that fucking taco eater.
burrito wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be
No.
offensive to people?
Probably yes. But to
Well, what if
say
they
it's
said,
like a taco,
Troy, that fucking hamburger eater asshole?
Yeah, fucking
Like, would you
American.
be fucking-
Dirty American.
Yeah. Like if I see a Jose and
but that's
I
not
would
what
bet
you
I would
said.
bet Isis's life that they've had a taco in the last 24 hours.
Fair. Yeah.
Any Mexican I've ever
I
known.
would think calling them a taco eater would be kind of offensive. I would say referencing Mexican people and like, oh, they have a great culture and I love their food or whatever.
Yes,
I think that's
right.
fine.
Exactly. So that's why I was trying
Calling
to
him
take
a
that
breakfast eater
the
or a
fine
taco
line
eater would be a
between
little...
the two, like referencing their culture by saying taco is not necessarily inherently bad. There, it's just the way that whole fucking thing came across.
So-
was just. And like I said, I'm more
So
on
here-
the Bogota from fucking the Bronx.
Here's-
Is way more worse. Is way more worse than the way more worse.
Way more worse. Here's where I think you could run into problems.
Yeah.
If you're in a classroom or a work site and you have two guys named Jose and you decide you're just going to call them taco and burrito,
Yeah,
like that might be offensive to
Sure.
some people.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think that was her intent. I just think you have to be better.
Do better.
Do better.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that need to do better.
There's a lot.
I love the
There's
idea
a
of
lot of people that need to
do
do
better.
Do
Just
better.
yell at people. Do better.
Yeah.
So and so, whatever
great.
it is, a company, a person,
Yeah.
doesn't
It's
matter.
fantastic.
It's a great line to say. Do better.
There was in Wimbledon, the finals, the guy was serving and he was blowing all his first serves.
Yeah. Did someone
Served and he
yell out?
missed it, and the guy yelled out, he goes, "You can't buy a first serve!" It goes like that, and it goes, and he hits the second one, but he gets a let out of it, which is it hits the net,
Yeah,
and
it
goes
goes
in, so
Yeah.
he gets another second serve.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "You can't buy a second serve," and he just stopped, and even the tennis player turned around and laughed. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
you got
when
me
it's
there.
good, it's good.
It's good. It's good.
Maybe Wimbledon has house rules too. If
Maybe.
it's funny, you got to say it.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
No.
Pretty sure they
I don't
don't.
think so either.
Hey, a couple quick notes from our people over at Zott Ford and Holly. Gabar and the guys over at Zott Ford still have interest rates as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months on all pre and used cars, new and pre-loved cars and trucks and SUVs. And you know that's crazy good, but this won't last long because as the Fed raises rates, then these smoking hot deals won't last forever. Also, Zott Ford has a handful of new rides in stock and ready for immediate delivery, like new 22 Ford F-150s, Bronco Sports, Escapes, Edges, and a couple of all-new 22 Ford Expeditions. So do not delay. While they're making their leasing and simple, fun, fast, and easy. Get details and serve Zott's 6 deals and sexy inventory at dealsonthed.com.
Very good. It's fantastic. I was looking at you because you were front and center on stage there for the camera shot.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that shirt looks great. That fight night at the
It's
Joe.
a classic. It's the Shenanigan.
Shenanigan, yeah.
Shenaniganer.
By the way, and I'm sure you don't want to necessarily talk too much about this, but when you do mention that, I don't feel like I ever heard you guys talk about the document. Did you guys talk about it?
No.
You don't have to get too much into it, but
No, we can talk about it.
My main takeaway, and I know we're from Detroit, so I guess we've seen so much of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of forget if you're from a national crowd, you might not have seen so much about it.
I don't know that that's true because I
Well-
love watching documentaries on the Yankees.
No, but here's my point.
Red
My-
Sox.
They don't nobody else knows. Like
But-
we know it on such an intricate level.
Yeah,
and
right.
intimate, deeply
And
on everything that was in there. There was nothing new for the most part.
That's
there.
that my main thing
little
would be
bit.
like it's like
Their side
They
of it.
went to they did so much of the game,
Yeah.
and then they did no offense, I know it's a tragic story, but a bunch of Vladdy stuff,
Yeah.
and then kind of just like and then there was a few more years after.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot after that game. There was
Well,
like
that's what I'm
3 or
curious
4
that-
years.
What was the name?
Unrivaled.
Unrivaled.
Unrivaled. I know.
E60,
and I did hear there
ESPN
was
thing.
an extended version that had a little more.
Right,
I didn't
it's on
see that.
ESPN
Yeah.
Plus or whatever
I didn't
their
see.
streaming service is.
But that was my main thing. But then I remember thinking, well, that was 20 years ago, and if you're in fucking Colorado, not
25,
Colorado,
I
a bad
think.
example, but if you're in California or Tennessee, whatever, and you're looking to watch this thing, you wouldn't know it as well as we did.
Right.
But when I
Right.
saw it, I was like, fuck, man. They did a lot on that game,
Oh,
a
yeah.
shitload, and then a bunch of Vladdy stuff that, no offense, to me has nothing to do with the rivalry, in my opinion.
Well,
but
it was such a tragic
But
event
it's a good
6 days after finally.
well, it's a great
winning the
story.
cup.
Yeah, and for them to, to lose one of your top guys and then to be able to go
Yeah.
out and do it again and then
Yeah.
have him there and wheel
Yeah,
him out and all that
I know,
stuff. too.
I know. But
But
it's just like they didn't finish. Like it was like, dude, that went 4 more years
Yeah.
with some really big games and series
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that.
You know, we were at that when they filmed that.
were you?
Yeah.
yeah, at,
at
the
the,
Fifth
uh,
Avenue there
nice.
with,
In, Royal
with
Oak.
Claude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, by the way, and I love the dude. It's funny how Darren is like chummy, and Draper is just absolutely like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, that was
yeah.
Draper's face, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get
At
it.
the end.
Yeah,
And-
Darren got the Darren feels better. Like, yeah, I
Right.
beat your ass, so we're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Drapes is like, fuck. That
I'm
guy.
living with this scar.
Fuck that guy.
Well, and the
every time
mother-
I smile, my face goes.
Well, dude, yeah, right. I mean, the identity, like, I get it. But he does this, he's kind of come around. He's doing this thing with Darren where they kind of talk about it. But, like, still, the idea that he hasn't, like, even now, couldn't he now, as they're going through the odds, kind of
Yeah.
reach out and go, hey, man, looking back on it, wow, that was immature.
That was actually something that stood out to me in that, and especially when this was happening and you knew this was going to go down.
Yeah.
It's
And he agreed to sit down, all parties,
Yeah.
to do an interview. Like,
Yeah.
you would think
Yeah.
some producer or director would be like,
Yeah,
this
let's
would
get
be
these-
a nice
and maybe
bow
they
to
did. Maybe
tie
they
this up
asked, and
with.
Draper was like, "Fuck that guy! I'm not sitting in front of him."
Yeah.
Well, no, but I would say, really, I would go to back then even. I would say the idea that I did as a kid, I remember, because I was a little younger. I mean, I remember the fight. I didn't even have cable, so I didn't watch like the
Yeah.
infamous game and all that shit. But I remember the hit. I remember all that stuff going down. I did not remember what a dick Claude was after. Like, literally just being like,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
he was.
I remember
he
that.
was their dick.
I remember Dino. Yeah, that's a famous line from Dino. Like, I can't believe I shook
his
that
hand.
fucking hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just didn't remember that.
You
so
know,
I will
he
say
was
that.
their Bill Lambier.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly right.
Like all we
Even like
he's
Chelios
a
when he
villain.
came here, you hated him
Hated
until he
him.
was on your team, and then you
Yeah.
loved him.
Yeah. But I think Claude came out really well.
Oh, very well.
Super well composed.
I would agree.
Gracious.
Yep.
Naming his kid Brendan
yeah.
for Shanny.
Yeah.
You know, and
everything except for that.
He was humbled.
And I can
was
see in the
humbled.
heat of the moment and still playing
I can
and all
then.
that to like, no, it just is what it is. It's part of the game. I don't apologize. That's what I
Right.
do. But
I would
fast
say
forward a
now-
couple of years, you're retired, you're out, you have some civility, you know, you might just like reach out and say, hey man, look, I never meant for that to happen. I'm sorry that did. I'm not apologizing for what I did. I'm apologizing for what happened because of what I did.
Yeah,
and even that would have
I
been
didn't mean to hurt
right.
you.
Exactly.
but-
I didn't try to cave your face in.
Here's something they left out of that documentary that went on in that room that night.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember this, but this is a part that stuck out to me a lot, and I don't think it's in the documentary. But Darren and Claude both were discussing why they didn't think it was a dirty hit because of the speed and the blink of an eye movement that hockey players are going for.
Right.
Yep.
Like it was a cheap shot.
And I've always thought that.
Yes.
Right. Because
but they kind of both were talking about how they understood like. No, people get this wrong.
Yeah.
That he wasn't running him like that.
No, when I look back
the
on
fact
it,
was, if he'd apologized the next day, and in his quotes in the paper, it would have been gone. It would have been squashed.
Kind of awesome he didn't, in a way.
Yeah, it worked out way better.
Yeah.
But
they went into a great breakdown on the stage that night about
and that's the thing.
all that,
I mean,
and that didn't make the documentary.
It was the perfect storm of circumstances.
Yeah.
If Draper is a half inch up or turns this
Right.
way instead of this way or a million other things that
Right.
happen, it just all happened in that thing where he went into that board that way exactly because those
And
heads happened.
he caught the
The
board,
edge of it, right?
the
And
edge
it wasn't even
clean.
where the glass was, so his
No.
face could have gone all the way over into the bench.
And the
all
wildest thing is Mac is sitting right there,
looking at it.
looking at it. You know,
And I would say you're right. Looking back, that's another thing I looked at.
Because when you watch,
yeah, it
especially-
looks bad. Well, cheap
especially
shot.
when you
but-
look at that game and those series of games, like that's not even that's the worst injury, the worst result of a
Right.
hit. But that wasn't by far the dirtiest hit in those
No.
games.
Was
and
it
in that
Dotsuk
time,
that slammed?
ran him into the board. I mean, there was so many shit.
was
The
great. We
The
love that.
slashes,
Yeah.
the cross checks, the
Yeah.
things that were going on, the
Totally.
running into the boards. Like it was just circumstantial.
And you could say-
that's how bad he got hurt because of it.
Yeah.
So it's that has always been my point that it wasn't that the suspension and shit, the way those things go down, like it's a result.
Yeah.
You can hit a guy with a clean hit and he dies on the field.
Right.
You're gonna, and you get penalized because he died. Well, if he would have got up and walked away, it would have been fine.
Right.
Things like that. So it's
And
just,
in your point, sometimes Freddie, you say like this. Who knows? Who's to say what's good and bad? I think I will say, watching that, you could have got an argument that if he doesn't get busted and Claude doesn't apologize
it doesn't motivate him.
It doesn't motivate them to
Right.
get down there. The abs were so good, and the wings, would they have gone out and got Shanahan? Would they have gone out and
Are you
done
describing
the
the butterfly effect, E?
I
Yeah,
am
exactly
I
right.
am describing that.
Yeah, I mean it.
For real, I thought about that when I was watching it, though.
Especially looking back now, we can see all the steps that took place leading up to X that led to everything.
Yeah.
and those guys will tell you that March 26th game changed that team completely.
100%.
Like the confidence they needed to go and get it done.
Yep.
And
like
if
I
you
said,
remember,
they
because
had
you
to,
weren't around.
They
at
had
the
to win
time.
that game. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the thing. That was the whole part of that too.
Yes.
If that happens and they lose
It's
that
just
game,
another game they lose to the Colorado Avalanche.
it's over.
And
It-
people
yeah.
people probably don't remember just how much for years the talk of trading Steve Yzerman was.
Oh yeah.
Like he couldn't get it done.
Right.
And so there were a good 3-4 years where it was like every season the talks would be about trading Steve Yzerman. He's not good enough to get him over the hump.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So there was a lot that happened that night.
Yeah.
And thank God it was awesome.
By the way,
How did you just hijack the show into an unrivaled
Yeah,
conversation?
no
By
shit.
the way,
Good
Well
Mike,
done.
Mike talked about your shirt, and
shirt.
then that night brought it to that. and by the way, something that just reminded, I was reminded now the cat's out of the bag about the old video store days.
Yeah.
My mom had done a big thing with the wings, like trying to get people in the store, just yada yada, putting wing stuff everywhere. And we did one of those big cards. One of those like fucking huge like 4-foot
Oh,
cards,
yeah.
and
Like the Mike
we
Lindell?
had people sign it,
Yeah.
and we shipped it to the hospital. or
Oh,
whatever.
no, for Vladdy?
For Drapes.
For Drake.
Like I don't know if he got it or not, but my mom
should ask him.
We took this big
Yeah,
card, dude.
we can call him and ask him.
Yeah,
We're getting a
right.
card
Remember this
from
card by chance?
Family Fady Video. He's like, yeah, it's framed in it. It's in my basement, framed.
Right. I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but My mom didn't even watch hockey or sports, but
That's funny. I will ask him next time I chat with him because I have pressing questions about like what do you do when you get 10,000 cards?
Yeah.
Do they just go right into a dumpster, or do you read through some of them?
It's a good way to transition into the question, I suppose, because I would be interested to know. Like, obviously, he would never remember this, but asking him, it would be funny if he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this 5-foot thing, I just tossed it like instantly, or I never even saw it."
You know the famous Steve-O story?
You think it actually made it to the hospital?
That's what I'm wondering. I would
like
love to know.
Not to him. Like, it even made it to the hospital.
Probably.
Somebody was like, no.
I mean, it would have. I don't know.
Probably.
In those times,
they probably
would
lined
have
it in the
It
walls.
would have had a police escort
Right.
to get to the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the famous Steve-O story about Motley Crue?
Yeah.
He met Motley Crue. He was like 13 years old or 12 years old, and he called all the hotels in Toronto looking for Doc McGee, who was their manager at the time. He ended up getting Doc McGee's brother on the phone, and this guy was so impressed that this kid had called every hotel in Toronto. He's like, tells the band about it, and he's like, why don't you come to the show? I'll take you guys backstage, and you can meet Motley Crue. And there's a famous picture of Steve-O with Motley Crue. Well, I was watching last night. Tommy Lee is on with Steve-O, and it comes around to that. He's like, dude, I've lived off that story for years, the picture, everything. And someone goes, do you remember that, Tommy? And he goes, fuck yes, I remember that.
Does he really?
Yes. He
No
goes,
way.
I absolutely remember it. I remember our fucking manager telling the story about this kid and how fucking brilliant he was to call every hotel in town.
Oh, shit.
This is in the days of like long distance calling, minutes.
No,
You know what I mean?
interesting though. Would he remembers that story meeting him at that point in time? Did he have any idea that it was Steve-O until that moment?
Well, Tommy's known the story for years.
Well, I mean,
now,
I shouldn't say till that moment, but I mean, like until it came out.
I don't know. There you go.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I think it's on the Girls Goes Girls tour. There's a very young Steve-O and Tommy. Tommy's probably 17 there, 19 himself.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. So, would Drapes remember getting something? Who knows?
I know.
It's not as good a story as Steve-O's.
No, it's not. It's not. But it is something that I had not thought about in a long time.
Was it from your video store?
You know what? Honestly, this time I will. I legit ask my mom when I get back. Like, hey, did you send it like did you put it in I don't even know anything more than we got a card. We signed it from like listeners or
like
listeners.
A huge card.
Yeah, huge card from customers at the video store, and we signed it and sent it there. I'll ask her, like, did she put it in an envelope? Was it just like
how did she put that in an
not
envelope?
An envelope,
Folded over 19 times.
Or was it really just maybe it was just a poster? I don't actually know much about it when I look back.
Probably
on
like
it.
a poster board.
Yeah, or
You
something.
probably had to drive it there.
I'll ask. Right, I'll have to ask her more about it.
Yeah.
But I will. It'd be interesting to know.
Let's shift gears completely. 10-year-old and his brother have surrendered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
And the playground is where he spent most of my days.
I bet.
Yeah. 2 of the 7 juveniles. This is
This fucking guy's gonna have to go to live with his aunt and uncle in Bel Air for sure.
no doubt about it. The other one could be Carlton. God damn it.
Jazzy Jeff.
Oh yeah, Jazzy Jeff.
Went out there with him.
Yeah.
See?
So not in the cab ride though.
Well, no.
No, that
Flew him out later.
Who flew him out there? How did he get out there?
Once he got Uncle Phil's money, or was it Phil?
Right.
Uncle
Yeah,
Phil?
Uncle
Yeah,
Phil.
Uncle Phil. Once he got Uncle Phil money, flew him out there.
Right. I've always wanted to know how much that cab ride cost exactly, but whatever. I mean, it's
From
like
the
a long
airport,
cab
I
ride.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning of the show, they show him going across the whole country in the cab. So I mean,
Does he go through the whole- I thought it was like he got in, probably figured he went to the airport, and then he got in, and he got out.
he says
and
he whistled for a cabin when it was near, right? And then
Wait a minute.
Right?
Hold on.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on. His family didn't give him a ride to the airport,
I swear,
and
I
Uncle
don't-
Phil's family didn't pick him up from the airport.
There was an
He was cabinet both ways.
there was an extended.
And
version
why
of
would
that-
why would Uncle Phil, this multi-millionaire judge, not send like the Suburban to pick
Yeah,
up his
right.
his troubled nephew?
I'm gonna have to see this intro.
Yeah.
It's
Let
been
me
a
go to the
minute.
extended.
I know there's a famous cab scene, but I remember him just getting out of the cab.
Yeah.
Yo, Holmes to Bel Air.
Let me
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah.
But I assume that was like from the airport. Is what I always figured.
That's a damn shame. If he was taking a cab
From Philly?
Oh,
yeah, that's a.
I was always under
even
the
if he was
impression-
taking a cab from Philly to the airport and then from the airport to Bel Air.
Oh, that's
Is
just the
that
theme,
the theme
song.
song?
Yeah,
I
because you got theme song up
Full.
there, extended theme song. How about
Where? This
show
Extended
intro?
version, 311, top one.
I think this is okay. I don't know that this is.
No,
like
it's just the
extended-
theme song.
Riverside,
I don't know if this is. Yeah, extended. Well, it could be it.
I guess it could be but this is the song.
Yeah. Okay. So
the video that goes along with the song.
Yeah, if it's just a song.
Try that one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Maybe there was.
There we
yeah.
go.
There you go.
Yeah, this is I think a little longer.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd
This is
like to
shit
take
rapper,
a minute,
by the
just
way.
sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a
Summertime's a
town
jam, though,
called Bel
dude.
It's a good hook.
Yeah.
2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you.
I don't know if I should.
Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
On the playground is where I spent most of my days.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started
Stereotype.
making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little
Right.
fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my wallet
Oh
in.
shit!
Bam!
There it is.
Airline
Oh,
ticket.
First
damn, dude. Oh shit!
First class,
Oh.
no less.
Out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like?
I am fucking.
This might be all right. I whistled for a cab.
Okay.
and when it came
Yeah.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
Exactly.
You got me. You got me.
anything, I can say that this cab was rare, but
Told
I'm
you,
not
man.
mad
You
for
know my
giving
bottom
y'all all
halves.
the Bel Air.
Man, you
Yeah.
got me.
Quincy
Okay.
Jones.
You couldn't have been more wrong. You owe the audience an apology.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I always,
Clear as day.
I always,
Fucking mom handed him an airline. It actually
First
said
class.
airline ticket. First class.
I always was under the impression.
You thought he was cab riding across the country? That'd be $1 million cab ride, Jesus.
I don't know.
How did you get there?
I don't know.
That would be a.
Yep.
To see if you can Google how much would a cab ride from Philadelphia to Bel Air cost.
I don't remember what the thought process was, but I was wrong.
there wasn't
I
one.
was wrong. I'm man enough to admit I was wrong.
Fair enough. So, the hoodlums in Philly.
Yeah, dude. If this isn't a sad narrative of where we are as a society, it's a thing we've talked about 1,000 times about back in the day when one of us got into a fight or something, and it was like the second one guy was kind of owning the other guy,
Yeah.
you'd break it up.
Yep.
You weren't trying to kill anyone.
Yeah, right.
And that is just gone. You're going to see more people pull out a camera and film it than you are see someone attempt to help.
Yep.
It's
And egg 'em
rare.
on. And
Yeah.
instead of
Hype
people
it up.
jumping in to save a guy or even break up the fight in the first place, they're goading him on and they're filming it and
Yeah.
they're
And the
encouraging
the
that
worse
type
it
of
gets, the
behavior.
more of a hype video and world
Exactly.
star it becomes.
Yep.
It's just horrible, and it can happen to anyone.
Anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think about that stuff when I'm walking down a city street. Like at any point, someone
Yeah.
could walk up with a bat and just fuck you, whitey.
They could.
douche.
I tell you what, that was
Happened to a
that
gym,
knockout game.
um,
That was the scary shit.
Scary.
When that was going on,
Knockout game, forgot about that.
yeah, like that was scary shit, dude. To just run up on somebody behind them and just fucking blast them.
Yeah.
Because it's not that punch that you know what I mean, but you get knocked the fuck out and you go down and hit your head on the cement or wherever you fall on, and people
yeah.
are dying from that.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And it seems like everyone wants to up the ante. You
Yep,
know, it's got to be
exactly.
bigger and better than the last one. When are they going to do the knockout game with children? You
Yeah.
know, you see some kid walking down the street with his mom and just pound him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
You know what would
what I
be
mean?
great
Like-
though is a kid toss.
Right.
You just run up behind him and just grab it. Just
Now we can't do that.
see how far you can get them.
Can't do it. Midgets ruin that.
Well, no, you can't do it for midgets anymore, but kids are fair game.
Right. You're
think
calling
so?
it a kid toss, not a midget
Yeah.
toss.
Besides, and midgets are fucking heavy, dude. That's just
Yeah.
massive.
Well,
thick.
they're technically regular humans.
Right. So a kid's way lighter than a midget.
Did you call them regular humans?
Yeah, they're
Okay. You say so.
regular.
Already.
Well, not regular. I mean, but
Well, that's what you said.
That's what you said.
But they,
I mean, the regular. I mean, not regular, but the regular. You know.
yeah, well, regular.
They're fun. I love looking at them. You know, I ran into a convention of them in San
Yeah, I
Francisco.
remember
It was
that. I remember.
unbelievable.
Oh my god! Watching
They were all
Brad
fucking- they
try
were-
and crawl up onto the chair was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, yeah,
so torn
yeah.
between like, should I help him? Should I not? I think he just kept spinning as he was trying.
Yeah. I had to drive Brad somewhere when he was here, maybe to the club.
Yeah.
I gave him and Raj a ride or
Maybe.
something.
Sure.
Getting into the front seat of a fucking
Can you put he on the front?
Explorer. Yeah, he sat in the front seat.
I think it's
The
the
airbags
law.
and
Don't
stuff?
you have,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't you have to put him in the seat in the back?
No.
What? There's
Brad
size
Williams we're
restrictions.
talking about, the comedian.
Yeah.
Who's-
I mean, his face would be boom. Airbags are already not really that great in a lot of ways.
Well,
Why?
it's
If he's
better than a
belted
windshield.
in-
What's up?
It's better than a windshield.
It is better than a windshield. You're
Yep.
right.
I've eaten a windshield before.
Hold on.
I could have gone for a fucking airbag.
I think that airbags. You're right. I think overall, probably you're right. It's just I think that still like they're. It's almost like when I broke my collarbone, that was pretty much from the seatbelt. I'd rather take the seatbelt than the windshield, but they're not perfect.
Well, no, nothing's perfect.
Well, I'll pause the Fresh Prince
Okay.
and Jazzy Jeff for a moment.
Okay. Do we have a fidget
Because
story?
sort of.
These
sort of.
Sagouis are spectacular.
They
today.
are. I'm digging through mountains of
Right.
papers
I'm making
here.
you work.
Yeah, you are. It's okay.
We're
4
just
foot
on the
8,
fly here.
Right, like
Four-
a DJ.
4'8" Simone Biles.
Okay. Yeah.
quitter.
Yeah.
Quit the Olympics.
Yep.
She got the yips basically in the Olympics.
Oh,
And
the spins or whatever they call it. What do they call that?
yeah, but it's the yips.
Yeah,
it's just
I
a different version of the yips.
Yeah.
And everyone's gone there. Every once in a while, you just can't throw a fucking ball to first.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you try.
Oh my god, I went through a period where I
Couldn't
was-
rub one out. Couldn't come as hard as I tried.
That technically has happened, but I mean, I went through a time where I could not throw. I just, like you said, it got in my head, and I could
Yeah.
not throw the fucking baseball. Like every time I was on a little league team,
Yeah.
and it was like
You
I
throw it
was
in the dirt?
terrified over their head to the left and right, and I'm not. I understand I'm not a professional, but I can throw a baseball. When
I
I'm
wondered.
sitting
I
there-
was thinking about that. What your form's like?
No, I can throw-
I was trying to picture you
I can
throwing
throw a baseball pretty well.
as you were
He
saying.
can
that.
hoop fairly well.
I can throw a baseball pretty well.
Okay.
But
We
I
can
just,
test that. We can test his baseball throwing abilities.
not
at
right
any
now.
point.
I still need a little bit.
He's
little
still
bit
on
on
the
that.
mend.
Okay.
He's on
Still
the
need
mend.
a little bit on that, but I can.
Throw it lefty.
It's not the same.
I know. I suck left-handed.
But right. But like it was just weird. It's just one of I know it's just one of those things where for some reason for like a few months I would be terrified.
Got the yips.
to
Yeah,
do
it's
it,
the yips,
man.
dude.
Exactly.
Happens to the pros sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Simone Biles has revealed that a flight attendant mistook her for a child and
Okay.
offered her a crayon, a coloring book.
Are you sure she mistook her, or she watched the Olympics?
Yeah. So she says she's become the youngest recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom this
Okay.
last week or whatever.
Congratulations.
So she's flying home from to Texas after visiting D.C., shares a photo of herself. Not the flight attendant trying to give me a coloring book when I board. I said, no, I'm good. I'm 25. You got to just kind of laugh at that, right?
Yeah, right. I
You
mean,
know-
4'8". I mean, you're probably exactly. You're not.
She then said, the other flight attendant gave me a mimosa, so we're in the clear.
Here you go.
Some flight attendant went to the back and said to a colleague, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I just offered a coloring book to an adult. And the colleague went, not just any adult.
Yeah. Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. One Twitter user, I thought
You wish it was just an adult.
Yeah.
No one would hear about this if it were just an adult.
Yeah. One Twitter user said, I would have taken it and then ordered a glass of wine.
Have a mixed drink and stir with it.
I mean, I would.
Could you mistake that for a child?
Well, 4'8". You
4'8",
understand that too.
that's
so,
we.
I mean,
That's we.
she does. I mean, but would you mistake that for a coloring book fucking child? She's
No.
not
look at
5.
look at like this version.
Right, but still, she's not 5.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you stop offering somebody a coloring book?
I hope they never stop offering.
Yeah, it's fair.
Take it every
And
time.
Listen, my kids loved it. You know,
Yeah.
like the Denny's and the whatever the places
Yeah,
that you could get
Buddies.
it. They get the coloring shit.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's a good point, Troy. Like even
And I
that
think
you
I'm
look at
undefeated in tic-tac-toe with those fuckers.
What's
for
up?
the record. I'm undefeated in tic-tac-toe. with
Oh,
those
really?
Marshall
fuckers.
took a
Yeah.
beating in tic-tac-toe
Yeah.
when
God,
it
they're
was just here.
Yeah, they're so,
Holy shit. It was like, kid, get your head in the game.
What's your first movie?
me
Yeah, tic-tac-toe. You get start. Where are you going?
lower left. I don't know.
That's a good move.
Oh,
That's the move.
Really?
Any corner, but that's the move. People would fuck up and go center.
I would go center.
oh no, I never do center. I wouldn't
Why?
say that. I don't know why, but I've never.
You don't.
I don't. I don't
Because then you have to go center to block. Right?
Yeah.
And then you go opposite corner. And then it doesn't matter.
I've won with using that game.
Well, you're talking about
Marshall.
a 4-year-old or whatever.
No. I'm saying in my career. I'm talking about my career numbers. I would have figured out if center move was just like a losing move. We could
Depends
try
on who
it.
you're playing.
I'm trying to think in my head here now that I've seen the board. You know, like what it, so what's it? This is the board, right?
So is she suing?
No.
It's just an adorable little story.
Yeah.
Did she have her medal on her? Did she like just win the medal and she was coming back with it?
I just beat
Hey,
myself.
At least she won. At least she won a medal.
Yeah.
Finally.
Right.
They had to just give it to her.
Yeah. She got one for the team thing, I think.
Yeah. That's an asterisk award. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Just is.
So here's your medal.
Back to these kids in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Like, if I don't know what this says about society, but it ain't good. You know?
No, nothing is good.
You're right, dude. That lower, I said it, but that lower, the corners is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we move on now?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. So, two brothers, unidentified, 14 and 10, turned themselves in to the Philly police homicide unit for their involvement in the murder of 73-year-old James Simmy Lambert. Looks like just an elderly black guy.
Okay.
You know, white hair. And these...
No relation, just rando?
No.
Okay.
Just in the neighborhood. Apparently he's a super sweet guy. Everyone knows him. And these fucking hoodlums, rats, chase him down with a traffic cone. And one kid throws it at his head, knocks this 73-year-old man down. They're all laughing and high-fiving. Grab the cone again, throw it at his head again. You know, took half his scalp off.
Jesus.
And kick it and beat the shit out of the guy. They're 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
13-year-olds.
Vigilante
2 in the
justice,
morning.
man. That's what we need. We need people to fucking come out and then kick the living piss. Some grown-ass men to come out and kick the piss out of those two kids.
I mean, 7 of them. These two just turned themselves in. And I'll tell you what, I've seen the stills that they released to the public.
Yeah.
All 7 of you are getting identified. Your picture's way too clear.
It's about time we start getting some real cameras out there. I'm sick of this,
blurred
especially
shit.
banks.
Yeah.
They're the worst cameras in banks. Like,
yeah.
It could be fucking close up this face and it's a blur and it's like you can't tell if the guy's even fucking.
Can't you just rig iPhones in the corner?
Basically.
Samsung Galaxies in the corner?
Basically.
Put them under plexiglass and film the thing in like 4D?
Yep.
4K?
You would hope.
But no, we're still looking at black and white images like it's the fucking 70s.
It's still photos.
Yeah. Can't get a good peg on them. It's all pixelated to shit. The vibrating video. Yeah, I think that's him. I don't know. It could be anyone. So, yeah. So the authorities released this security footage showing the group of teens violently beating Lambert with traffic cones. They described the suspects as 4 black males and 3 black females who appear to be in their early to mid-teens. They struck him several times with objects, knocking the victim to the ground, causing injuries to his head. He's transported to the hospital where he died of injuries the following day. So, yeah, it's so evil, the victim's sister said. How could you do that to a person? You have a mother and a father. How could you just beat a man until you take off half his skull? What? What did I say?
They have a mother and a father.
Oh. Yeah. Well, technically, that's
Allegedly.
probably true. You
did.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
to start.
Well, for a pack of cools. I can get some cools and a Henny. I'll be right back.
Doesn't this walk right into your fucking drugstore holiday card section?
Yeah, well, that's racist.
Damn, they out of Father's Day cards again? Shit. Yeah, I wanted to. There was one part in here. They're talking about how the kids like jump on scooters. You know, after the guy's down, out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they circle back. They're like imitating.
Are they trying to rob him or anything?
No,
This is just to fucking just gang mentality, just to beat the old man down.
Yeah. I guess it's just.
Yeah. I'm sorry the guy died, but in a way I'm glad so that these fucking assholes get like murder charges on them.
Well, they'll be out by their 18th birthday.
Yeah, Philly probably.
Yeah. It's
Charge
just
as
such
a
a
minor comes expunged off your record at 18.
And do you have the video, this video here? Jesus. Shows you where we're at as a society.
Oh,
like
I heard about this one. I didn't see
these people that are raising, you can't even call it raising children. If you've got a 10-year-old and
Having
a 13
children.
having children, thank you. Yeah. If you have a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old and they're out at 2 a.m. beating to death an old man,
Yeah.
you failed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it's not even a racing. Anybody that does that is a piece of shit.
Total piece of shit.
I mean, an absolute piece of shit on every level.
It wasn't very long ago where the standard kind of held to Chris Rock's bit. Keep him off the pole.
Yep.
If you kept your daughter off the pole,
That was a win.
It was a win. But now it's like,
That girl dead.
yeah, how do we get here? We see that, but this, you got to delete some people. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
We got
We're
to start over. We need to take our, what's the game? Etch-a-Sketch and just shake our board and start over. The lines are too fucked up.
Maybe that's what's being.
We don't know where the lines
That's
are.
what's happening.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the jar that's being shaken. We're actually an etch-a-sketch.
Right.
They're shaking us up so that they know we're overpopulated.
Yeah.
So they're shaking us up so that we thin the herd ourselves.
Yeah, maybe. It's World Economic Forum type shit right there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the Great Reset. Mm-hmm. That's what you're talking about there. And Alex Jones was talking about that
Oh yeah.
in 1990.
Really? They go back that, yeah.
Yeah. Or 2000. I'm sorry, 2000. So 22 years ago.
Still that, but I wasn't even thinking 90. Like,
I was going through Twitter because he's always, anything January 6th related, he comes up. And someone had a video on there, and he's breaking down the World Economic Forum Great Reset in 2000.
Yeah.
Talking about how at that point, the population on planet Earth was 6.7 billion, and saying that this is how they're going to thin the herd.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's
crazy.
kind of a whack job. He's out there. But, but you can't possibly be wrong about all of it.
No.
No,
he's been proven right about plenty
And
of
you
it.
take the ones that you're just like way off on, and
Yeah.
then you discredit him completely, so you make it look like nothing else is real or right.
Right.
He really fucked himself on the
big time.
Sandy Hook.
Big time.
There's no way around it, and I called him a total piece of shit even at the time when that happened.
Yep.
It was like, no, dude, this is a joke. It can't. But anyway,
Can't happen.
here's some kids. These officers here do a good job. They are attempting to execute a search warrant for a murder suspect. So should we watch it went viral.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. 1.2 million views.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I'm frying his ass. His deep fried Oreo head ass.
Wonder where he learns that.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be yoked one day. By the way, you see this little fucking body on that kid?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, the woman in the background. If you couldn't hear her.
Ozzy makes it to 18. Anybody? Anybody?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, what? Give me the over under.
18.
18. There's no fucking way he's making it to 18.
Okay.
The woman in the background, if you pay attention, she's calling the black officer on the scene. Yeah, he's a deep fried Oreo head.
Oh, I heard that.
I heard it. I didn't hear who
I
was
didn't know
saying
who said
it.
it or who they were talking about.
Probably their mom.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's what I'll say. I think they've got the right house.
Yeah. Right.
Right? They didn't pull up to the wrong address.
Yeah.
I will say that. But what are the odds? These kids are fucked.
Yeah.
They're toddlers. They're in diapers saying fuck you to a cop.
Making
and
fun of his
punching a
shoes. He
cop.
doesn't got shoes on himself.
He doesn't even have shoes on. He's wearing Superman underwear and he's bitching about the cops fucking
brown
probably
shoes.
steel-toed boot.
No, We're
Right.
doomed as a society.
Yeah.
We're doomed as a society.
It's just
I'm not going to say police are perfect, but when we started villainizing the cops,
Yeah.
is the beginning of the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't
It
agree
sure
more.
is. Okay. This part of the show is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. Nick Matthews, 248-914-1173.
Thank you, Nicholas. This goes in the category of the nerve,
Oh, boy.
the gall
The balls.
of this man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This might be our first entrance into a new category of the nerve,
Okay.
the gall,
The balls.
An anesthesiologist allegedly raped a pregnant woman during C-section. may have carried out attacks on 2 more mothers on the same day.
During the C-section.
Oh, yeah. You ain't heard nothing yet.
All right.
Giovanni Becerra was arrested on suspicion of rape after he allegedly secretly filmed orally raping a woman.
Oh, you fucking moron.
Heavily sedated her at the hospital in
God damn it.
Rio de Janeiro.
You can't just get it off. You got to film it. You fucking idiot.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was filmed.
Uh-huh. Womp, womp. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. The woman's husband was told to leave the room without being able to see his newborn baby and only found out about what had happened to his wife when he recognized the doctor on TV after his arrest. So the woman told the family she thought she was having a hallucination at the time of the attack. You know,
Yeah, sure.
She's hallucinating.
In and out of
sucking dicks all the
consciousness.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
No big deal. Again, the nerve, the gall, the balls of
Across
this
your
guy.
forehead.
Mr. Becerra only completed his medical training in anesthesiology 2 months ago. Hospital staff were worried about the amount of drugs he was giving to his patients, so they fitted a secret camera to see what he was up to.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so he's just fucking pumping them,
Making sure they're out. Yeah.
So to the point, they said that when they'd give you like, and you've got a healthy baby boy, and they go to hand it to mom, and mom's just like, bah. She's fucking out
right?
cold. She
Okay,
can't-
push.
They were horrified to see him sexually assault the woman as the other doctors performed the C-section on her less than a yard away.
Wait, he's doing this while everybody's in the room?
Yes.
Everybody's all busy down here, and he's fucking teabagging her up there? This guy's a fucking legend.
He's not. This is wrong.
I know, but
behavior's very,
just
very
the
wrong.
balls. I mean, the fucking...
Dude, I told you, it's fitting into that category, is it
Fucking
not?
A, yeah.
He reportedly assaulted her for 10 minutes. He's just face fucking her for 10 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
Does it fit into the category?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Just getting hard would be quite an accomplishment, I would feel like, under this situation.
3 times in one day, they suspect.
That he...
God.
Oh,
He pulled this off, they suspect 3 times in one day.
wow.
I
Well, he doesn't... You don't know. He didn't have to be hard. He didn't have to nut. He's just
True.
He's just got to
True.
shove that fucking...
yeah, but
If he wants credit, he's got to be
That
hard for
water
at least one of
balloon
them.
into her fucking mouth and slush it around a
I
little bit.
guess
10 minutes. Sounds like he was
Yeah.
working it.
Yeah. I think if you're going to go ahead and do that, you're probably already rock.
Yeah,
Just at the thought, the opportunity.
yeah.
Just turn her head a little bit and open her
Think
mouth.
about this guy's life. Like, I mean, did he how old is he at one?
Yeah,
does it
no,
say
she's
at all,
good.
or-
He's 32.
Checking her pulse.
32.
Good to go over here.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what he did before this.
How's it going
Like,
down there, guys? Good?
Yeah, we're getting
Good.
a little bit of an accelerated heart
Okay.
rate. What's going on up
Yeah,
there?
yeah. No, take your time. Take your time. We're doing good.
Yeah.
I mean, what was he doing before this? He just decides to become an anesthesiologist.
Yeah, he had a
to do
plan and
this?
he executed it, man.
Right.
He's a
Exactly.
he follows through.
Yeah.
Give him that.
Right.
This wasn't the first day he thought
Hey,
of this.
at least he didn't become a Cub Scout leader.
Yeah, true. I guess.
But staff members who recorded the rape said the doctor had already carried out 2 similar procedures that day, with police investigating whether those 2 women were also a victim of his attack.
We're
In
just
the-
assuming now?
well,
Listen.
hear him out. Hear him
Okay.
out. In the second
This
operation
one
on
could have
Sunday,
been so hot you couldn't help but put your dick in her mouth.
well, but
In
you
that
can't
position,
do it.
in that
You
situation?
I'm
just
not saying you
can't
can.
do it.
I'm just saying. To just assume that he's just going to put it in
Dude,
every
she's
mouth.
huge.
Is any woman that hot in that situation?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seems like a terrible
so
situation.
hot.
Listen, you don't understand.
Belly's cut open.
You don't
she's
understand.
fat
First of all,
and shit.
they have that glow.
Oh sure.
Oh, yeah. We've heard about
And
the
there's a
glow.
curtain that goes up. So all you're getting is giant tits and an unconscious mouth.
Yeah.
I'm just
Are
saying.
the tits out? The tits aren't out. This is just your fantasy, you asshole. What are you talking about?
I didn't say they were out. I just said they're giant.
Okay, so here, let me give you some details here and tell me what this means, because I don't exactly know.
Yeah,
This
you
happened
have
in
you ever
Rio
had a
de
baby?
Janeiro.
They're fully nude.
Yeah, no, not that. Giovanni wore an
Women are
open.
not
Hold on,
fully-
shut up.
Okay.
He says Giovanni wore an open cloak on himself. So is that the doctor smock?
Yeah,
Open?
right. Just
Okay.
snap, 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 snap. Skip one. Snap, snap.
right.
So he had an open cloak on himself, widening his silhouette, and positioned himself in a way that also prevented anyone from seeing the patient from the neck up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giovanni still positioned towards the patient's neck and head, started with his left arm bent, slow movements back and forth. So now he's just pumping.
you go,
He's face
right?
fucking her. Yeah.
This is a lot of work, man,
I'm
and a
telling you,
lot of
right?
risk. A lot of risk.
At about the
dude.
9-minute mark, you start hearing.
Take it. Eat it.
We had some real concerns when we looked up and he had a handful of her hair.
Right.
From the movement, it looked like he was holding the patient's head towards his pelvic region. So he might have been
Yeah.
deep,
Well, yeah.
you know.
You knock him out, I'm sure that gag reflex just goes away.
That's what I was just going to say that. Would she just like puke all over you?
I think it's just you shut it down.
So, as I said, staff became suspicious as he would use so much anesthetic that mothers would be unable to hold their babies after delivering. The hospital team is providing full support to the victim and family. Great.
Oh, yeah. Let me know how that support.
Awesome.
Let me know how much that support costs.
This behavior constitutes a crime, which must be punished in accordance with the legislation in force. Mm-hmm. Police praise the hotel workers for taking action and recording the crime.
The hotel
He's
workers?
facing up to what?
Oh,
For
for
Rio.
face rape
Yeah,
in Rio?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's like 30 days in Rio.
No.
I know. I'm going to say 10 years.
Okay. What do you think, Jesus?
5.
8 to 15 in Brazil.
That's not bad.
10.
So did they have? I don't know. How
I would like to know
Brazilian
his.
law
I'd
works.
love to know his quotes on it. I want to know his
Coat size?
no quotes on this. I'd
Oh,
like
I
to know
thought you
his.
said his coat size, like you were looking for an open cloak.
No, I want to know his.
Exactly how did he move?
I'd love to know his well, no, this is what I was doing, or or his explanation of what was going on.
It's just like
And does there actual does he cover it enough so that it's speculation at this point that it looks like he is, but if you don't see Panus in mouth, it's your word against his?
I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. This is for the courts.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I remember times when it was like with Kelly or something, and mom's in the next room.
Oh, yeah.
Watching TV. And it's
Sure.
like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've been in those positions
yeah.
where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
got to keep this on the DL.
I've done it on the couch under the blanket with the fucking parents in the room.
Yeah, so have
Yeah.
I.
Yeah. Slip it in from the back.
Yes, I walked in on doing that. She knew what the fuck was going on. She sat right between us as I jumped out. My pants are on the ground. It was a shit show. But that's why I give him, the nerve, the gall,
The balls.
It's like, you're at work. You've only been on the gig a couple months.
It's one thing if this chick's just unconscious or whatever, and you're like,
Still bad though, Troy.
I'm
Still
not saying
allowed to do
I'm
that.
not saying it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's bad enough if you're alone and have the opportunity to do this while the other real doctors are fucking 3 feet away, are a torso away.
Yeah.
Handling the business, cutting this, giving this bitch a zipper.
He's just an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
It just seems like the other doctor.
So he's probably checking her vitals, head and neck area,
Yep.
make sure
Yeah.
she's breathing properly,
Yeah,
make sure.
it feels like this would look a lot different from I just feel like there'd be a lot going on.
Hey, I don't know how they do things in Rio, man.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess you're right. I don't know how babies come out.
It's like a third world country down
It's
there.
absolutely mind-blowing. It's so mind-blowing. Like, just the nerve that it took to pull that off,
Yeah, exactly.
almost
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Is admirable?
Commendable in a weird
Yeah,
way.
in
Like,
a way.
I don't want to offend ladies.
No, of course
obviously.
not. It's wrong
I would never
on
do
every
that.
front.
Very, very wrong.
But
very
to-
wrong. I'm putting
to
my foot
actually
down
be
on
able to pull that off.
possibly three times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he should go on a world book tour after
Right.
8 to 15 years, but he should go on a world book tour after 8 to 15 years. I want a Hollywood movie made.
I really
Yeah.
want to hear his
Is this-
testimony
would this
or
be-
his quote.
Oh, he was depraved sexually.
I think this is just the. Could you imagine if this is the one time he actually pulled it off and got caught? Like he was just warming up to it all the other times, but he was giving everybody the creeps.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
"What's this guy? Let's check him out." That's one time he's like,
And
okay,
for the record-
I think I got this one ready. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And
Go
for the record, they
busting in.
cammed up. They didn't catch his ass.
Yeah.
He got away with it
Yeah.
until they reviewed they went to the
back
replay.
after, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to know where this camera was. I want to know the angles. I want to see if you see Panus in mouth, if you see actual penetration.
But if you see, like, what appears to be his left
What
hand
appears to be, my friend,
on her head, and he's doing this, he's grinding. God, that fucking hurts. Sorry.
what appears to be is up to a
I
good
understand
defense
that,
attorney.
but you would think they would swab that chick's cheeks and just be like, if there's even one molecule of U liquid in that mouth.
See, you better not have come.
Yeah.
You could say my
What if
DNA's
she's-
on her. I gave her the shit. I had to check her lips.
Yeah, but
looked
how
a
do you
little
explain
blue.
your pube in between her teeth?
It's Rio. They're hairy as shit. Fucking that stuff just flies everywhere. Ever been to Rio?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I want to go there.
Yeah,
Looks beautiful.
yeah. I actually really, that's one of my, like, dream trip.
Yeah.
What I've always wanted to do was take like a month and take like 3 weeks and bounce around South America, all around there, and then end up for the final week in Carnival in Rio.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking talk about debauchery.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be good
Bourbon
time.
Street ain't got nothing on that.
How do you feel about death row inmates?
That they're going to die.
Yeah. Are
Generally.
you pro death row inmate? Or are you pro, like, all right, that's a bridge too far?
What, like killing them?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Nah, it's fine with me.
Okay.
That's fine with me. I would, I mean, I'm all for not just like, all right, guilty and then send them straight to the chair.
Right.
Because there's extenuating circumstances. Let them go through the appeals process. Let things
It
happen.
takes decades, man. We don't got this kind of time.
Well, but I would give them the due process. However, to let somebody I'd rather do that than let somebody sit in jail for 60 fucking years.
Yeah. Paying it.
I mean,
well,
what-
it's Texas. You screw around in Texas and you find out you're
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah.
So a Texas death row inmate has asked the governor for a 30-day reprieve. Well, it's just 30 days.
Full of a stay of execution? Is
Yeah.
that what we're talking? Okay.
So the panel that was looking at his case said, yeah, go fuck yourself. No. But so he's set to be put to death tomorrow. I don't know if it's old Sparky,
All
or
right.
if he's getting the injections. It's Ramiro Gonzalez. He was convicted in the 2006 rape and murder of 18-year-old Bridget Townsend. And he sent a letter
Oh,
to...
sounds like he got himself a white girl. That'll get you
Yeah,
the death penalty
Bridget.
down there every fucking time.
Not
every
many
fucking
BIPOCs
time.
named Bridget.
Nope. He got himself a weta.
So he sent a letter to Texas's governor, Greg Abbott, on June 29th, asking that his death be delayed for 1 month so he can give his organ to either of two preliminarily compatible recipients. It's a kidney.
Okay.
He wants to donate.
All right.
He's got an extremely rare blood type,
Okay.
and there's two women who qualify who need kidneys
Yeah.
are going to die.
Yeah.
So why does he need to wait a month, though? Why can't they just take it out now?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, exactly. And in all honesty, you get to a bigger point is
Kill him right there?
they should just
Yeah.
they should take all their organs for everything. And if they can save somebody, cool. If not, fuck it. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage because fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But by all means, I mean, if that person on some level can do some sort of good, then by all means.
And that's what he says.
Yep. But why now all of a sudden you need 30 days? Where were you a month ago saying I want to give my kidney to these people?
Yeah.
But I
Well-
don't care. And to answer your question, yeah, fine. 30 days, okay. If that's what's going to happen, 30 days. But
Well-
if any shenanigans goes on, then we're going to
This
you're
gets
being
tough.
drawn and quartered. You're no longer getting the lethal injection. We're going to do it like with golf clubs.
Yeah. This gets tough because you've got established punishment by law.
Yep.
And that law says that the execution date is such.
Yep.
And so they're like, we can't really move the date. That's Texas law.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go bye-bye on that date.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I would refute that on some level. It's,
Yeah, but when you
Because
get,
of-
but this is what's so annoying about law.
Yeah.
Is that reason can go right out the window because of precedent, because this is what we
Yeah,
do.
I know. And it can be manipulated on many levels. I'm
Yeah.
sure that it could be, he could get a stay based on this law.
Right.
Or something, statute, whatever.
So one of these women is a cancer survivor in Washington State who has spent 4 years on dialysis, has the same blood type as the convicted killer. Whether or not Mr. Gonzalez could donate to me, I cannot emphasize enough what a precious gift you would be giving someone if you allowed Mr. Gonzalez the opportunity to donate his kidney, said Judith Frith. She's the sick woman.
Yeah.
Texas Board of Pardons and Parolees denied his request for a 6-month delay to give his organ to a member of the Jewish congregation in Maryland. The Department of Criminal Justice shot down the kidney gift because it would create an uncertain timeline there, possibly interfering with the court-ordered execution date. Nothing in the board's disappointment decision today precludes the governor from exercising the power of unilaterally granting a 30-day reprieve to allow this process to move forward. It is our understanding that even this temporary reprieve would be enough to save the life of at least one person in dire need of this life-preserving procedure.
Yeah, because he has the opportunity, I mean, he has the ability to pardon him.
Yeah,
Right? He could
governor
come in
does,
by
yeah.
all means and say no, and pardon him today, and he could go free.
Yeah.
He could not be executed. He could walk free. So I would imagine somewhere in that level of power,
Right.
You can bump it by 30 days.
Well, it seems like, okay, the punishment is for the horrible crime that this guy committed.
Yeah.
And that day's coming. But why should we just,
I'm all for it.
deprive an innocent woman
Yeah.
of the chance?
Yeah, I think they should all have to give their organs. They should do some good.
Yeah. He still wants to save a life. Cantor Zuzman, the founder of L'chaim, Jews Against the Death Penalty.
L'chaim.
said, L'chaim. He still wants to save a life. Texas is denying him that. Gonzalez, who his lawyers say suffered from sex abuse as a child, drug addiction, he kidnapped Townsend in 2001 from her boyfriend's house where he had gone to steal drugs. So he was on the right track early.
Yeah.
He bound her hands and feet, then raped her before shooting her and then burying her in a ditch. He confessed to the crime in 2003 while sitting in jail on an unrelated crime and led investigators to the decomposing body. He's never made excuses for what he's done. It's something he wanted to do to make expiation for the life he had taken, because he's got this blood type B that's extremely rare. Most donor patients have been waiting for years for a compatible organ. So.
Yeah. Well, he's probably got other shit he could give. Let's talk whatever. I don't know what you got. Liver, heart, lungs, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Your B. Let's carve you up, real good.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
hate that idea.
No.
I don't.
I just don't understand why it needs the 30 days.
Well,
I guess.
exactly.
Is
The
it-
reality is that this has been since 2006, I think. So you had an opportunity all along to do this, but at the same time,
Yeah, that one girl's been waiting 4 years. What was
at the same time,
Yeah, what's the
what is
holdup?
30 days? What's 30 days? What's the
Right, I
problem
agree.
in 30 days?
I agree.
So
How did this even come up?
a
Like, are
last
they-
ditch effort. That's what I wonder if it's not some.
Do you think
they're
this is
like
a lawyer scheme? Like, hey, bro, it turns out
something-
you've got type B blood, which is
We can
very
work with
rare.
this.
We can work with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
Right.
find some
Maybe.
sad sack somewhere in the country that needs some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I don't know. It could be genuine. It could not. I don't know. I mean, some people find Jesus when they're in prison.
Yeah.
And repent for their sins.
Ugh.
Some people just turn into bigger pieces of shit.
If I ended up on death row, and it's not out of the question at this point, but if I ended up there, I would want like no appeals, first opportunity. I'd want to cut the line.
I would just do it myself. Why would I want to sit in a fucking cell and
Right.
wait
Because
for
you get
to
that-
kill me?
Well, you'd get that last meal. You can eat anything you want.
Ah, fuck that.
Not everywhere necessarily.
that
That's not
meal.
really
Not Texas,
everything.
really, but most places.
Yeah.
Most places give you the last
Yeah.
meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, until you get that last meal, you're eating dick.
Yeah, but that last meal, dude, I'd order everything. We've seen guys go, they're not even thinking about caloric intake
No.
at this point. Like
I know.
they're
I'm talking
full
about
on like
dick, like penis.
Yeah. No, not on death row. You're in your own cell. You're not getting raped.
Who says you're in solitary confinement? In
On death row, they don't. Yeah, you have nothing to lose. So they're in their own individual cages in death row.
Are you
I don't.
sure of that?
I'm almost positive. Almost positive. Texas might be different.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, so yeah, I would want to. I'd be like, no. We don't need to exhaust appeals. I said I did it. Just fucking flip the switch, man. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then also on top of that, T, you get your last words.
No.
No, you wouldn't want to crush that meal.
No.
And then have your last words like,
No, this fucking asshole was in there, what, 18 years?
yeah,
16 years?
sure,
Something like that?
ish,
To get to that point?
yeah.
For a meal? In a word?
Dude,
no!
it's not just any meal. It's the final meal. You can order anything you want. You can get a Wendy's Frosty, a bucket of KFC. You can get McDonald's. You can order Morton's.
So you would do 16 years of shit fuck to get a last meal?
I'm just saying, if I found myself in that position, that's all.
Oh, I'd off
I would look.
I'd
It's
off
something
it.
to look forward to. It's
off
like
it.
it's
Wait
like
a
being a
minute.
kid and looking
You're
forward to
both saying
Christmas
the
all
same
year.
Thing.
No, we're not.
No. You're just saying you'd kill yourself. He's saying he would tell them not to. Don't worry about the appeals. He just wants the last meal.
Hurry up
the
and do
worst.
this.
Yeah,
so I
hurry
get to
up.
the
Get-
meal.
It's kind of the same thing. He's not sitting through all
I
that
guess.
stuff either.
No. Next Wednesday.
He's doing it. He's
I'll take
almost-
first available.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
available.
yeah.
Absolutely. Next Wednesday, if you what, you
Standing room
boys
only.
busy.
So you're kind of saying
That's
the same
fair.
thing.
That's fair.
And
But
you're-
I wouldn't
you're-
even.
What are you worried about the calories?
Because in your way, you're not getting the last
No, I
meal.
just
and-
would not. The only
But-
point of sitting in prison would be to get out. If I'm going to sit there and wait to die, then I'm not going to sit
But
there and
in-
wait for a meal.
No, but I'm saying
you're not
I'll
waiting
move on
either.
to the
death
next
is
chapter,
coming
whatever it is.
inevitably. The death is coming.
Right.
Whether it's next Wednesday or 16 years from now.
Yeah.
all you got, your Christmas morning is that last meal and your final words.
And a lot of fucking bullshit in between. That's personal preference. Fine. You're all about the Frosty. I'm about moving on.
Hey, man, I want it next Wednesday.
Yeah.
If I'm in on a fucking Friday, what? Are you guys busy on Wednesday? Can we do it?
Exactly. I'll take
But
care
on
of myself.
Tuesday night, I want my damn meal.
That's all right. Fuck that.
See, I think you guys. I think
Lost
you could do the
opportunity.
same thing. That you could do this.
Lost
You could still get
opportunity.
your meal and be done without getting all the dick.
Hey, guard, I tell you what. I'll whack myself tomorrow if you can get me a Frosty.
Yeah.
Sneak it in. I'll save you some bullshit. I'll free up a room for you.
I'm just saying you could tell them just
Get
like
a
you
new
said,
paying
next
customer in
available,
here. I'm
and
done.
You'd still get your last meal. You'd still get your word, and you wouldn't get all the dick for 10 years.
Yeah. Which I don't think on death row
I
you're
don't
getting
think
anyways.
I don't think you're going to get that meal
If you do
unless it's the whole pomp and circumstance of them
Okay.
wheeling you out there and shocking you to death.
I know, but I mean, okay, I just don't see
Lethal
what the difference is.
injection, electrocution, or firing squad. What would you take?
Wait, what were the three?
Lethal injection, electrocution, or firing squad.
Isn't the lethal injection like you literally just take a breath and you're done, right?
That's what
No.
they say. That's what
That's how
they
it's
say.
supposed to go.
That's
But
how it's
no,
supposed to go. But
that goes horribly wrong a lot of the
A lot.
times. And you sit there with haggard breath
yeah,
I'd probably do the
for
gun
minutes.
yeah,
Firing
do the
squad's the way
gun.
to go. Electric chair, I was always spooked when that guy's hair caught on fire, head caught
Yeah.
on fire.
Yep.
Like that fucked that up for me. Like, no, take that off the
yeah.
table.
I'd go
In a
firing squad.
perfect
squad.
world, I would do the
Lethal
injection,
injection.
if
Because
it
it's
worked
supposed
how
to be
it's
the most
supposed to.
humane
Right.
and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't seem to work out that way. And I wonder how on purpose that is sometimes.
I was gonna say, how can we not have that down?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, dude.
Kevorkian had it
Yeah.
to a science.
Hell yeah. I don't know if we read this one. This goes back a while, but I think we put it aside because Easus wasn't here.
Not sure.
Oh, boy.
Email. Big E's Middle Heaven, a no-go. Did I read that?
No, you didn't.
No, I don't remember it.
No good work or deed will get you to heaven. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. You don't work for a gift. God sees the timeline of man all at once.
Wait, can we put some music behind this?
What music would you
Religious
put?
music? We've probably got some.
I don't.
Some
know what we
hymnal
got
shit.
over here.
Okay, so when Jesus died for the sins of the world, that means every sin ever made from beginning to end, even Hitler's. So yes, if for some reason he believed in Jesus and asked forgiveness, he would be good to go because those sins were already paid for. King David from David and Goliath, he had a soldier of his killed so he could have his wife. Then he had a kid with her. God sent a prophet that told David that God knew what he did and he would be punished for it with the loss of the kid. David was so repentant of the sin that God said he was a man after his own heart, even though he was a murderer. His attitude and honor towards God overcame that.
She must have been a blonde.
Yeah, I think.
Man after my own heart. Can't blame you for that. She was a biscuit.
No, the
I
problem.
shouldn't have killed him to get her, but I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Come on
I'm
up. I got a
only
spot
a
for
man.
you.
Yeah, going in the trailer park wing, but come on up. No, the problem we had was the just in casers.
Yeah, right.
Just in case.
And
I go to
him,
church
Him being,
just
I'm
in
better than
case.
most. I'm better than most.
Yeah.
Why can't I get in?
Well, it sounds like, and then he said it's like, oh, you can't get in your way with one good, like, but I'm talking a series of good life choices that I've made. I haven't
Sure.
murdered people. I haven't raped. I've helped a few charities out along the way. I felt like
Yeah.
I've been an okay guy, but I've made mistakes as well.
Of course.
And
You're
so
only human, Easus.
I'm only human. I'm not Jesus.
Just a man.
And I I don't want to get too much into it because I have more and more thoughts on religion that I.
So do you think
tough.
that the protester that was holding the sign at the Roe v. Wade rallies,
Yeah.
fights, things, the lady that was holding
What did
the
it
sign
say?
up that said, the Virgin Mother Mary should have aborted. Do you think she can get into heaven?
With that one, probably not.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I'm probably
the
not.
lady holding the sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
She wrote that out.
I mean, yeah, probably she'll probably have a tough time.
It's not worse than Hitler's work, right?
No,
that
right. That's the thing, though. You're right. That's a fair point, though. I mean,
is that the greatest lie ever fucking pulled off?
What?
The Immaculate Conception.
I
And Mary was just banging the fucking neighbor, spit out a kid like, no, I
don't know what you're talking about.
right?
God came to me
Husband's
in a
like,
dream.
I didn't even fuck her yet. How could she be pregnant? It was an act of God.
came to her in a dream.
It was an act of the
See,
neighbor.
You're going to get a fucking lightning bolt through the fucking roof doing that bit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the worst I've ever done? Holy shit.
Against, him.
Fucking told you my ex-wife was banging him.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't think that's even close.
The Apostle Paul said, for a believer all things are lawful, but not all things are profitable, which means even though your sins are forgiven, God forbid you do them on purpose, because you still can be corrected by God for being disobedient. King David still received punishment by the loss of the kid. Seems a bit harsh.
Why
man.
do we? The thing is,
that seems harsh. God's just going to murder a child.
I know this
seems harsh.
I know this is going to piss this person off or whatever, but it's like the more you think about it, like I need to sit here and just we're given no proof.
None
of this
blind
whatsoever.
Faith,
I have to blind faith believe.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Faith for
thing, and it's just like, oh well, you know, it's just I don't know, man. It's why aren't we given more? Why are we even given free will? Why even give us free will then? If he needed to make these people in his image, why even give us free will? Why not just run us right into heaven? Why does it even matter?
Yeah,
why go through the rigmarole?
Why put us in heaven? Why not put us straight to hell?
What's up?
Then why not put us straight to hell?
Either way, I agree. Choice. We're all going to be sinners anyway, right? Then we get but I don't know, man.
The problem is, it's the eternal part that gets me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I can't wrap my head around eternity.
Proof?
Well,
by what measure?
Say it is, and I've established. I remember when I was younger thinking, oh, I know what heaven is. It's when you bust a nut. It's a little sample of heaven, right? Like that's just a fucking sneak peek behind the curtain. Yeah. Every time you bust a nut,
it's like that with every step.
Every step.
Just walking is like, show you my heaven face.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. So,
why do you think it's all white up there?
Jesus Christ.
See, you fucked it up again.
I'm sorry.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Sorry, God.
Jeez.
Apologize.
But sorry, God.
God bless him. You know, he's just the best.
He means well.
He does.
I know.
See, I mean well. I should get to go up there.
What I think, if God's up there watching in a linear timeline of all of us at the same time, he's chuckling at you.
I gotta believe.
He better be.
He knows where he went wrong.
Double wide up for you, pal.
He knows where he went wrong in the process.
That's another thing, man.
Like, dude, you did this work.
Right,
Don't fucking blame me.
It's not over.
Why was it my fault?
It's not over till it's over. Until the fat lady sings. You still have that moment of repention.
Right on your deathbed.
Dude, it's the greatest, one of Bill Burr's greatest bits when he's like, you give me free will, coke, and hookers, and you didn't think this thing was going to go off the rails?
Right.
So, okay, wrapping this up.
Yeah.
King David still received punishment of the king, and his kingdom was lost temporarily when his other son took it for a while. So all you have to do is believe and trust in Christ for your salvation. Then you become part of his family.
Right?
That's it. That's it.
Sign Jesus.
Here's the thing. This is the part. Okay, all you have to do is believe and trust in Christ.
Yeah. That's what it is. On your deathbed confession type thing.
Funny? You want to know?
Repent your
wing
sins,
and a prayer, man.
At the end, if you repent your sins, that's supposed to be what it is.
You know where I really where I really had an issue. I was going through to a church for a while. Still, it was a non-denominational, one of these ones where you kind of just go and
cults. Yeah.
No, but the ones where it's not a very specific version.
Where they don't diddle you.
It's a little more
the watered down version.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. And they're sitting there going on about they had their what do you call those things? They're missionaries that go out there and they're talking about some Russian girl and they're like, oh, where she comes from, if you even get caught with a Bible, you could be executed and this and that. They're risking the ones that are risking all their lives to go to the little church and learn the thing and stuff. And I remember them talking about this one specific person going kind of like, yeah, well, we don't think she's really met God yet. We don't think she's there yet, but she's trying, and we're hoping that one day she will, because, then she'll go to heaven. And but this girl is risking her life. Like they're acknowledging that she's going to the fucking service, and it's not good enough. And I thought to myself, okay, are you fucking kidding me?
No,
and the thing, what are the people down in the tribes in South Africa or some shit that never fucking have God come to them, and it's just like, oh well, you didn't have some fucking Jesuit come down there.
You don't think they have their own God down there? You think there's just one fucking Jesus' dad, white guy up there? They think that's what it is?
But that's my point. Like, that's what I'm saying. When it says like this, so you have to go down. So if someone doesn't get down there and give them the message of that, they go to hell?
Welcome to hypocrisy, sir.
Okay.
So hold on. Why, if all you have to do is, what did he say? Believe and trust,
yeah.
If that's all you have to do, what are all the games about? What are we doing? Why does your wife cheat on you with Jesus if all she's got to do is believe and trust? That's it.
Yeah, well, got to go next level.
Why do I have to do
the next level people scare me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're scary as shit.
Yep. Those are the ones that say that this chick's not good enough. Those are the ones that say that Jesus isn't good enough.
Or the gay.
Or the gays, right?
That
Well,
gay thing too.
They're walking that back.
I know they are, but the real religious people that babble on about the gay thing, man, they don't give a fuck about premarital, intercourse,
Sex, shellfish, all the usuals.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like as a nation we could use a little God right now.
I agree.
I'm not talking about the fucking hold your arms up to the heavens weirdos that are fucking freaking out every week, every Sunday. Not talking that level, but just a little moral. Like grounding. It seems like when we're watching 3-year-olds try to tell cops to fuck off, and there
you don't
is
need
value.
I don't disagree with that
But
at all. I
that
think a
doesn't
lot
have
of
anything
religious
to do
people are
with
great.
God.
Huh?
But that doesn't have anything to do with God.
Well, it's
about being a good person and not being a piece of shit.
yeah. We've got dude. It's been a motto here, a staple motto forever. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole to
Right.
people. But some people are not. We all agree we're feeling it's different. Something's off balance.
Yeah.
No, I
And
agree.
Less people are going to church. I was never going, probably never will, but it seemed like we were on a better path there. I don't want to sound like a whatever,
If
but
you
it's
evangelical?
If people
Yeah.
followed what's taught in the Bible, then there's a lot of benefit there.
Sure.
I don't think a lot of people
the greatest fiction book ever written, E.
Right. I don't think a lot of people
It's a
obviously
collection of books.
that claim they're Christian follow the fucking Jesus Christ. Because even when you go to, I was thinking about that. Even when you go to the abortion thing, and you sit there and like it's against the Bible. It's a living being. And okay, fine. It is fucking God's job to judge, though, not yours at all. You can go out there and give an opinion if you want.
Oh,
but the
they've
idea-
been more judgersons than anybody.
That's my point. Really, that is not their fucking job to judge, my man.
Have at it, fellas. Welcome to the team. It's all
let
good.
him do it when it's done.
Right.
You can. If someone asks your opinion, you can say, "Hey, I personally believe it's not a right thing. I believe it's a life." Yada yada. But as far as you stepping in,
But
and
you're getting
fucking-
dangerously close, E, to letting murderers just walk free. Because whatever, God will handle that on his end.
Yeah.
Not my call. Not my.
I get that.
Like we have to keep each other in line. And
So if you kill people your whole life, but at some level you say, "Oh, but I believe in God," and
Right.
Trust.
I think the reality is that you actually have to believe it.
You
Yes,
do have to.
I think
actually,
that's-
you cannot
Yes,
just say
because it's not like your words. I think God probably sees through that, or
My guess.
or whoever that dude is,
Right.
Sees
chick.
through that.
I hope
shit.
it's a chick.
Oh, whatever.
That'd be awesome.
It's gonna be just a fucking trans dyke up
Oh,
there. Just
Jesus.
like,
I didn't even think about that as a
blue-haired.
possibility. A blue-haired kindergarten teacher.
fucking time.
It would be fucking awesome if it
All
was
the
a chick.
shit we had to take down there. Oh, Mr. Just a Lady. Nice to see you on my doorstep.
Welcome.
Fuck. No.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a tough deal. I definitely believe.
If I ever come face to face with St. Peter, I'm gonna start laughing hysterically. Like, you got to be shitting me.
Really?
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah. I will too. I will too.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll see myself out.
I'm going to
Let's
die way
save-
before you, but I will ask Peter on those gates when he's like, dude, you got to be kidding me, right? You think you're coming in here? And I just go, look, hold on. Time out. Can I please just stay here until Troy gets here so I can see the look on his face, and then we can go down to hell together? I won't bother anyone. I'll just sit in a cloud over here in the
Can
corner.
you imagine dying, waking up to that? Holy shit.
And there I am.
No fucking
And then I come around the corner with no limp or anything, going, yeah,
no fucking what?
dude, don't you feel like an asshole
They
now?
were so
I
full
bet
of
you
shit.
do.
They
I
were
bet
so full of shit.
That's funny.
And then your ex-wife's going to come walking in, excuse me, Troy, Mike.
Oh, jeez.
Waltzing through and ruin everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game we're playing, because if we're wrong,
Whatever.
they get to gloat for eternity.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm really not. You know, I wholeheartedly believe I'm a good person, and that's good enough for me. Just like
Right,
you, E.
yeah.
But the difference is that I don't give a shit if there's a heaven or not.
Yeah.
I'm
What if it's
worried.
the coming thing that I think it is?
Well, never. That's fine. If it is, if that's good enough, cool. If not, cool. I'm just a good person.
Yeah.
And
What if heaven is just coming all the time and hell is just like explosive diarrhea nonstop?
No.
I mean, that would still be a feeling.
Yeah.
You'd still be. I mean, you're still. By the way, that's still suggesting that you go to hell and you have consciousness that you're there.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
that's still kind of an interesting.
It's adorable that you guys think that this is even a thing.
I didn't
Yeah,
say I didn't say that I did or didn't necessarily.
Who's to say what's good or bad?
There you go.
All right, let's get out of here. And on that note, hey, it's Amazon Prime Day, everybody, for a few more hours. So if you're listening live and thinking about that Amazon order, go to radiofor1.com. Shop away. You'll see
I think it's tomorrow, too, technically.
Is it?
I think it's the 12th and 13th or 13th, 14th.
There's some good deals going on some Dyson products.
12th
some
and 13th,
headphones.
I think. Yeah.
All right.
Get it?
There you go. Get after it. Just make sure you use, just go through our page.
Radiofor1.com.
Yes. We'll see you tomorrow.